with my eyeliner today.
Hey, I started the stream back up. It shows
Is it
zero
working?
drop frames. I think that's a good sign for now.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Jinx it by saying that shit. Hey guys.
Welcome back.
Okay, that's still fucked up. That's fine. I'll take that fuck up.
Now that we have no viewers now.
Yeah, we have no viewers and, you know, all that. But other than that, everything's great.
Right.
I mean, hopefully they'll come back.
I mean, the most important thing is that we get to play our game tonight and we get to have fun.
This is right.
Hopefully they'll come back and then they can have fun too. And if they didn't leave, they're even cooler. Now my upload speed is 23.84. And my
Much
download
better.
speed bumped
Better.
up to 720. That's megabytes per second, Sin, not kilobytes.
Even if it was kilobytes, I'd be jealous. So I'm running like 200 less than that.
Jesus. Okay, I am starting Sirenscape back up. I'm gonna start my second instance of doobly doob thing back up, Fantasy Grounds, and see if I can break everything. All right, I hear the sound again in Sirenscape.
I think my sound stopped.
I can replay it if you need me to. If everybody has it open, I can do that. Oh, hey, it's loaded up real quick this time. Let me flip my hair out of my face. Hi, welcome back to the 5th or 6th iteration of tonight's stream. And it's only 8:25.
This is fine.
This is fine. So,
Everything's fine.
put y'all on the spot. Do you want to do recap from your character's point of view, or do you want me to just do recap and be done with it?
Speed
I
that
think you
shit.
should do it tonight. Just
Yeah.
get it done.
Yeah, so we can get to playing.
Street to do recap? Perfect. All right.
All right, let's hop on. We're waiting.
Okay. So the Cliff Notes speed recap. So we started out last week inside of X and Felix's respective apartments. X and Tal were in one. Felix, Sophie, and Sophie's friend Tiff were in another. Sophie and Tal couldn't sleep in this new location, all the crazy shit that happened. They start hearing people moving around outside. Sophie wakes up Felix. Felix looks outside, sees that there's people right outside of X's door. Proceeds to get strapped up. Sophie pulls out a gat. This is all factual. Tal wakes up X and says, hey, there's people outside the door, and X is like, yeah, if they're meant to be here, they'll just walk in. If not, it's fine. They were not meant to be there. X hears motion in the back part of the apartment. He goes and looks out a back window just to see a barrel of a gun. Shot rings out. Felix springs to action, busts out the front door, starts shooting everybody with an Uzi, murders 2 people. X hunkers down in a bedroom, calls 911. Felix comes back into his apartment, and around this time, Tal's like, yo, we gotta help them. He gets up, he starts walking outside. He goes out the back just in time to see somebody sneaking into the back door of Felix's apartment. He starts walking along that way. That's around the same time Felix comes in, hears the door get kicked in, picks up his baseball bat, runs in there, screaming, bashes the dude face in, insta-kills him. Tal hears it but don't see it, comes in, sees this all happening. Tal thinks that Felix is a hero. Felix decides he doesn't want blood all up on his carpet, so he starts dragging the body outside just as the cops arrive. Cops throw him to the ground, shove X against the wall. Tal doesn't know what's going on. He thinks the police are there to help, but he sees the way that they're mishandling everybody, so he raises his hand, and he's about to have a Stranger Things moment. He's about to power up and shoot somebody. I think it was Felix that talks him down from doing it. As that happens, the cops tackle him, handcuff him, shackle him, throw him to the ground. Cops show up. More and more cops start showing up, start interviewing everybody. The military arrives, and the guy in a suit, he starts talking to Tal. He explains that, like, he's taking this over. He actually is decent to Tal, so Tal explains to him, like, hey, he don't know what's going on. He thought that these people were supposed to help. They were hurting his friends. After all the interviewing is done and everything, they decide, okay, we're going to let everybody go. They take down all the information, except for Felix, because Felix openly admits to murdering 3 people. So they kind of have to arrest him, and they do. So they arrest him. Sophie, Tal, X trying to figure out what's going on. They can't go back into either of the apartments because they're crime scenes, so they decide that they are going to split up go their separate ways, and they're going to find their own place to stay. Tal decides to go with Sophie. X sleeps on a fucking park bench. So the next morning, they're trying to decide where they're going. Oh, wait, no. Rewind. Before that, Tal decides he is in a shitty mood, and he's sulking a little bit. Sophie identifies this, so she's like, all right, you need shop therapy. We're going to help you out with this here. So they go shopping. Tal, still thinking that Felix is this big hero, decides to buy him superhero pants. These bright green, like, track pants. Neon green, I believe it was, wasn't it? Or was it neon orange?
It was green.
Green, okay. Neon green track pants. Highlighter green track pants. And Tal ends up getting a cell phone. They go back to Sophie's house the next day. They all decide to meet up for breakfast. They meet up at McDonald's. The players waste a fucking ridiculous amount of bennies making sure that their food was perfect.
Waste. How dare you, sir?
Listen, if I could use a Benny in real life to get, like, grade A fast food, then I would.
Oh, I would too. So they do that. In jail, Felix calls his brother-in-law, who is a hotshot attorney on the other side of the country. He hooks him up with a contact there. His lawyer basically is like telling him to give me the rundown. Felix is giving him the rundown and explains a bunch of things that they never explained to the cops. So Felix's lawyer was unprepared. And he's like, you know, you're fucked probably. And he's like, just do what you got to do. He ends up reaching out to X, Sophie. Tal has a meeting with them, calls him in his office, explains everything going on. X just so happened to have like a hidden body cam that he turned on right before all the shit went down 2 nights ago at this point, and was able to give that information to the lawyer. The lawyer reviewed it all. He had the card of one of the police officers that was involved with this on the bad guy side of things, and gave that information over to help build the case. With all this newfound information, Felix's lawyer was able to get him released on bond. Sophie, the boss-ass bitch that she is, whipped out her platinum black MasterCard, threw it on the table to a loud thud, and paid for everybody's legal docket. They go to McDonald's the next day again, spend a dumb amount of bennies again to make sure their food is perfect, and Tal buys an extra sandwich for Felix because they're about to go to the jail to pick Felix up and release him on bond. They go there, they fill out the paperwork, he gets released on bond, they walk outside. As they walk outside, there is this noise, there's a shadow that goes overhead, and that's where we ended at. Did I miss anything?
This sounds about right.
7-minute recap, not too shabby. So, we're going to pick it up right from here. Actually, you know what? Before we pick it up, pause. I didn't get to say all the shit I was going to say. Fucking stream loots, cards, use them, play them. There's a suggest button, suggest cards. All the cards that are there that are blank, they're waiting for your suggestions. If you don't suggest, then they're going to stay blank. And that hurts you, that hurts me, that hurts everybody. That hurts the starving kids. The cards that are not blank, that aren't there, will be there, but they're going to unfold as the story unfolds, so they're not relevant yet, so there's no point in having them. Quick rundown for anybody who's watching this that don't know. Up above our heads, hey, that's a card. That's what the cards look like when they're played. Up above our head here, these little chips, these are bennies. Bennies allow us to re-roll. They allow us to make declarations. They allow us to soak damage. They allow us to do a lot of things. The players up here have a card. That's their adventure card. I don't know if I got a clear answer from everybody. Did the adventure cards reset and your guys' bennies reset? I think they did.
Yes. Bennies, yes. Cards, yes.
Perfect. If they have a card above their thingy here, that means that they can play one. If it's a 0 that's there, they can't play one. The 3 bubbles above their head, that's their health. If it's red, that means they have a wound. Wounds are pretty bad in this setting. This person, that person, they have wounds. Those 2 over there, they don't. You can do things to help with all that. Use channel points. Channel points help with all that. Stream loose cards, that helps with all that. Did I forget anything?
Nope.
The Witties. This is a homebrew setting that I'm playing in. Essentially, the rundown with this is Las Vegas circa the end of 2015. In an alternate reality, after an event happened that brought something called the Essence into our world, which is essentially magic. It is a low fantasy modern setting, and it's all custom. And then the quick rundown of everything here for the characters are, they didn't know each other before about 3 days ago. There was a chance incident that brought them all together, and they still don't really know each other. So they're a group of strangers that are kind of thrusted together into these unlikely circumstances that are kind of forcing them to have to work together even though they don't know each other. So yeah. So that's where we'll pick it up. So, you're all walking out of the jail. You're talking to the lawyer. He says that he has a van. He can drop you guys off at a motel so you can actually have a real place to sleep and you don't have to sleep on a park bench. And as he's explaining this to you, everybody give me a notice check, please. And before you do, let me do one thing here because there are some stream loops redemptions. So I want to make sure that I'm doing all this stuff. Peace talks. Okay. Just go ahead and give me a notice roll. No bonuses, no penalties.
Uh-oh.
Cool. First roll of the night.
Felix noticed something for the first time in his life.
And give me one
So I didn't
second.
notice the door in front of my face.
Doesn't necessarily mean that. Bob and Lissa, I got you both. Okay. So, Tal, give me a common knowledge roll, please.
About that.
What about it?
Yeah, decent.
Okay. So you're walking, you're talking, your lawyer's telling you that he's got this set up, and all of a sudden you start hearing this noise. You see this shadow rush overhead, and as you look up, the sky is completely eclipsed by something flying overhead. It looks like an airplane, but not an airplane, and you hear this crazy noise that rings out. And Tal, you immediately recognize that there is a dragon flying overhead. Felix, you see this thing, and it is just eclipsing the sky right now. But you don't believe what you're seeing. I mean, it couldn't possibly be. And as it flies overhead, you feel the roar of this beast in your chest. You start hearing sounds of cars crashing and just chaos erupting as it disappears over the horizon behind some buildings. for a brief second, you hear this low hum as all of the power just cascades and shuts down in the entire city. Just, and you're standing there in complete blackness for a moment. And as you're looking opposite the direction the dragon went, you can see in the sky this beautiful rainbow shimmer that almost looks like northern lights over the northern skies. And then, the power kicks back on, and all the neon lights and signs and everything drowned out the color of the sky where you can't even tell that it was there.
Upload.
I'm dreaming. Yep, haven't woken up yet. Still in jail. Still in jail.
If that is in fact a dragon, by the definition, it's mythological here, right?
I'm sorry. Did you just confirm what I just saw?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are not real here. That is like fairy tale.
Oh no.
So you're telling me the dragons are real where you're from?
No, not exactly.
I'm gonna cut you off there. They would be. So in your area, dragons are a real thing, and they actually have groups of people that are responsible for keeping them in check to prevent them from just causing widespread destruction.
I guess what you all would consider dragons, we have beings back where I'm from that would match that description. But I didn't think they'd be here. And if they are here, and hopefully not in big numbers, this is going to cause some big problems.
Good. That's what we like to hear, isn't it? More big problems, as if we don't have enough in this goddamn world.
Of course, even one is a huge problem without enough people of the correct teachings and masteries of powers to really keep them at bay of sorts.
Are they something that the military would be able to easily kill?
Well, I don't know the extent of what your military is capable of. They've always flashed guns, but we always thought that they were, at least I thought, because I came here so late, that they were non-lethal means of controlling us until we were all getting shot at after the car accident. Then I saw Miss Tiff die almost. So as far as I can tell, if that is the limits of your military, then there's no way that they are ready for that. Unless they have much, much bigger guns and lots of them.
Uh-huh, we do. Yep.
Okay. That's good.
So maybe.
But we can't deal with that right now. I don't have the training to deal with that.
Yeah.
That's not an option.
The fuck? You know, there was enough that I didn't know in this world.
But hey, what should we do now?
And as you say that, you look over and the lawyer's just kind of standing there, like pale-faced, wide-eyed. He's kind of looking down the street, and as your eyes meet towards the gaze where he's staring at, you can see, like, down this street, there are cars that have crashed. There's a fire truck that just pulled up, and there's a bunch of people that are outside that are still looking towards the sky right now.
Yeah, we should probably go somewhere safe, maybe.
Yeah, should we go inside?
Yeah, let's just go. Everybody meet me back over here. We'll go into the van, and then we'll just go back to the motel, and then we'll turn on the news or see what's going on. I don't know.
Have a fucking drink?
Sounds great. And as he says that, he turns around and just starts, like, you see him pulling in keys out of his pocket, and he's, like, fiddling to find the right one as he's walking towards the vehicles.
Following
That's a
along.
follow with his phone out, making sure that the video actually uploaded right in. Yeah.
So, if you're trying to upload anything right now, you're noticing that you have no signal on your cell phone.
No.
Power outages.
He's gonna keep trying until it sends, because you need to be the first one to upload something like this.
Alright.
And he's just gonna keep following and, like, keep refreshing and keep trying to.
No, Sims Freezing. No.
What?
He's moving on mine.
Yeah.
It's a little laggy, but that's it.
Okay. Yeah, so, you all pile into the van, and, he starts it up and pulls out, and as he turns onto the street, he's going, like, towards the same direction that this thing was flying, towards the southern end of the city, and as you're, riding, you can see off in the distance, it looks like, it could be miles away from where you are, but you see this thick plume of black smoke just pouring out from behind some buildings.
So Tal, in our
Yeah.
mythical myth of dragons, they breathe fire. That true?
Depends on the type and if it wants to.
Great. Mother. I'm so fucking done with this week.
From my understanding, you have different regions of the world that have different ideas of what dragons are. There isn't really one central thing except for they're big lizards, which ours aren't always lizards. They can look like whatever they want. They can look human if they decide to.
Oh god.
Depends on their type of power that they tap into. Much like my people.
You can change form?
Oh, no. At least, maybe? I don't know. I'm still learning. So, tentatively?
Man, I got so many questions. Most
Me
of them are what the
too.
fuck.
I don't know how to answer that one.
You're a good kid.
Thank you. How was your time in jail?
I mean, I really just laid there and stared at the ceiling and wanted to pretend it wasn't happening. We're honest.
Did they treat you nice?
They didn't really treat me anything. They kind of just left me alone, locked in a cell by myself.
As far as jails goes, that's probably best experience that you could have gotten.
Yeah. I mean, I speak really just reflected on everything that's happened the past couple days. And that's a lot.
Yeah.
Gonna need therapy after this.
Your people aren't used to killing each other here, huh?
Well, the good ones aren't.
Yeah, you
Not-
kill someone,
This is the first time anything like that's ever happened to me.
even if you like do it in defense. If you don't have a good lawyer, you're looking at life in prison.
So if you are protecting yourself from danger, you could still end up in prison?
Yep. If the jury doesn't believe you and thinks that it was not truly in self-defense, they're just gonna call it murder. Which, it's looking like it's probably gonna happen to me if I think about it.
No, I put in a bunch of evidence, and we have a good case for you.
I appreciate it,
and
man.
he like leans forward and pulls off the button. I wear a camera with me,
That's awful convenient.
right? He like clips it back.
Well,
So,
glad
yeah.
to know we at least have that on our side.
The police officer that set me up to get involved in this whole thing, I have him on camera donning his masks, pulling out his weapons and firing on the cars that you guys were in.
So I've been meaning to ask about that. The police set you up to do this, and then they put on masks and started shooting at us?
Mm-hmm.
And you were already there when our cars arrived. We all came out of cars. You didn't.
No, I was standing by in an alley. I was supposed to. The story that they told me was I was supposed to run in the street so the cars would stop, and they would move in and take whatever they needed to. The only thing they told me that they needed these cars for some reason. But as soon as I did what I was supposed to do, they crashed a car into the front one and started firing.
So the cops knew you before this.
One of
Dude.
them I had a single conversation with after he caught me running away from something and forced me to do this, or he would send me to jail like Felix got thrown in.
So being that they knew who you were, that would have made it easy for them to have tracked us down then.
So that makes sense of how they found the apartments.
So they were cops at the apartments. Or hired by
Oh.
the
God, I'm
cops.
so fucked!
Well,
If they are cops, that makes it better for us because I have 30 cops setting this whole thing up.
That doesn't make me
How
really
is
better.
that better?
Because if these are the same dirty cops, it reinforces that.
You called them.
I called the second ones that kind of just showed up and started grabbing people.
Yes, but you said you weren't sure if they were good or bad until they show up. Everything about this is a little... It's not adding up to me. And you know you like to keep to yourself and be very private and everything, but are you still friends with these cops? Because they all seem bad to me.
I'm not friends with any cops. These cops that first started this whole thing, I was doing a job to clear my name. That's all it was, just some job. I didn't even know these guys except for a single sentence I had. The people that raided up my house were trying to take care of me because I did that job. I'm guessing now that makes sense.
Yeah,
And
that'd make you a
people
loose
I
end.
called, yeah, the people I called were supposed to be good cops that came and handled the situation. But when they showed up, the situation was kind of handled already, so they didn't know what to do.
The way I've had now 2 encounters with police, and both of them are negative, and they show up with guns. If they approach me again, I will defend myself. I'm just letting you know that right now. And I'm going to consider anyone who calls them to my location to be siding with them.
That's not a good way to look at it, Tal.
It's not a
I'm
good
not going
way.
to pretend that we live in a utopia, but siding against the cops usually never ends well.
Yeah, and cooperating with them doesn't seem to give the desired results either.
It gives a better result than it does to go against them, because we're all in the car driving right now. I'm not still in a cell. Nobody's dead. Could have ended way worse than it did.
It could have. But I'm just making it clear that I'm not going to let them push me around. I've seen groups back in my world that behave in the way that they do, and they are clearly not good people. Yours seem to pretend to be good and has somehow managed to make people believe that. If someone from my world asks for medical assistance, a bunch of people with guns don't show up. Is that what happens here?
Medical assistance, no.
Oh, that's somehow different than anything else. Huh.
No. And we can't pretend this is universal across the entire world. You're in the United States of America, and everyone here seems to have a little bit of a gun fetish.
Is the United States the worst place on this planet?
Far
It's
from it,
not.
my dude. Far from it.
Huh.
Oh,
Well, which brings me to my next thing, Mr. Felix. I know you're a hero. I get that.
Please stop calling me a hero. I don't feel like a hero.
Most heroes don't. I get it. But I want us to be honest with each other if we're going to be friends, which I hope you want to be friends. I want to be friends with you. So when I kill someone, don't tell me that they went to sleep. We know that's not what happened.
We were all going through a stressful time, and I didn't think anybody was ready to process something like that.
I know you were trying to protect me because that's what you do, because you're a hero. I get it, and I accept it, but I would prefer honesty, because I plan to be honest with you.
Alright, honesty. Felix extends his hand to, shake his hands with Tal.
Oh, that's right, you guys shake here, and he reaches out his hand. Like, oh, wow, you're strong. And Miss Sophie.
Where you're from if you don't shake hands.
We have a different way of communicating where I'm from. Our world has more magic involved, so our communication is not as verbal most of the time, because our way that would involve magic makes it easier to communicate. So coming here, we had to learn to speak your language and everything like that, and we had to learn things like you like to shake hands. So that's one of the many things I'm still processing.
Right. And if we're gonna be friends like you've suggested, you can drop the whole formality. You don't have to call us Mr., Sir, Miss, Mrs. We're friends. You just call us by our names. Kind of like I'm not calling you Mr. Tal. You're just Tal.
Where I grew up and was raised, it's kind of our thing. It's customary, I guess, kind of cultural for us, and the biggest equivalent to, in your language, would be putting the Miss and Mr. before your name.
Understood. Alright. If it makes you more comfortable, you're welcome to call me Mr. Felix or Mr. Torres, which would be more proper in our area, would be to refer to us by our last names if you're going to call us Mr. or Miss.
But I know you as Mr. Felix now. I think it's like stuck.
That's fine. Would you rather I call you Mr. Tal? Is there anything you prefer more than that?
No, not really. I don't think verbally you could pronounce my name without us going back to my world and you being connected to magic, and it's complicated. No, Tal is fine, or you were calling me T4 before.
Well,
that's fine. Whichever you like.
Sophie, are you okay?
Yeah, just kind of. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on right now.
You're so chill all the time.
You were incredibly collected during stressful situations. You know that?
Better than me.
I think I just kind of shut down. I don't know. It's.
I shut down. You don't shut down.
Well, then I don't know.
So apparently, when we get in stressful situations, we've got fight, he gestures to himself, flight, he points to Sin, and apparently think logically, points to Sophie.
The lawyer kind of pipes up, yeah, you need to work on that fighting bit.
You know,
Hey,
again, these are all self-defense scenarios. Don't start things. But yeah, I should probably not punch people as hard as I do. Hey, by the way, while we're all in the area, you said that there were bodies at that crime scene. Do any of those need to be identified? Because I know Tiff's boyfriend, we're pretty sure, died there. Sorry, Tiff, that's very casual of me. Are you okay?
She's just catatonic.
X is just gonna look down at his phone and see if it has.
She just starts fucking crying.
She's kind of sitting there. She's teary-eyed, but she's like just looking out the window, and she doesn't respond to you.
Yeah, I get it. You hate me.
Lawyer, just the mirror. He's like, we think that we have everybody identified, but they haven't released the names of any of the victims at the apartment complex yet. So I'm still trying to get more information about that. And
So where
as
we go?
he says that... Okay.
Great!
Everybody, go ahead and give me a vigor roll. If you're wearing your seatbelt, you could do it with a +1. If you're not wearing your seatbelt, it's with a -1.
Well, give me a second to get back into fantasy grounds, because apparently I'm not in there.
Why'd you do that?
You said a
Probably
vigor roll?
something to do with host connected.
Safety first, motherfuckers.
Oh yeah.
Safety first, indeed.
Sophie would not be chancing that shit after everything that's gone wrong. No. Seatbelt is
Just about to get
definitely.
flung out the window.
We forgot the seatbelt tiff.
No, Sophie probably buckled her seatbelt for her.
Yeah.
She jacked
Gave her
Tiff
some
needs to
snacks.
get into therapy like ASAP.
She's fine.
I don't think she's fine.
Just walk it off.
Therapy doesn't work.
Yeah.
With some headphones that say breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. What? It's not even loading. Do you want to just roll it for me and see how I do?
Nope.
No, we don't want this fate to be his fault.
Right.
Okay,
You get blamed
wait.
for enough shit. I don't need to get blamed for this.
Oh, she's in.
Okay, so you said a vigor roll
Plus
Or-
1.
plus 1.
Because you all have decided that you're wearing your seatbelts. Alright.
Uh-oh.
So, as you're all sitting there talking, the lawyer is looking at you through the rearview mirror, and he's talking to you all. And everybody go ahead and give me a notice roll. And Sophie, as you're like watching his eyes through the mirror, you see from in front of where you guys are this black truck pull up in front and stop right in front of you guys.
God damn it.
And you have enough time to scream like, "Look out," or something to that effect, as he slams on the brakes and busts his face against the steering wheel, and he's out cold. All 5 of you, the belt grabs on, holds you tight as you get thrown back into your seat slightly. And you see the door open, and you see someone standing there with a gun and a suit. What do you guys do?
Turn on my camera. It helps.
Hey.
Is there a person? So, just trying to get a mindset.
Yep.
Which door is this person opening?
They got out. This is a large black truck that's in front of you. He got out of the driver's side back door, and he's holding a gun and wearing a suit. You guys are stopped like this. The truck is in front of you like this, right? So just pulled up. So he is basically about 10-15 feet away from the front of the car, looking in your guys' direction.
I'm going to attempt to... Is the lawyer conscious?
The lawyer looks like he is out.
Going to attempt to get him. Because we gotta get him out of here.
And get him
What
out
if
of here,
we
you mean like pull him
try
out of the
to-
driver's seat and take the wheel, or do you mean like...
I'm assuming we're about to run.
Is the vehicle operational? If
Yeah, you guys didn't wreck.
Alright.
He slammed on the brakes, it's just he did it, and when he did, he bashed his head in the steering wheel.
Got it. Then Felix is gonna try to pull this guy into the back seat and like climb into the driver's seat and skirt out of here.
Okay.
What if while you move him, Sophie hops into the front seat and tries to drive? Faster than you trying to put him and then climb your
I'm not
large
sure. I was just thinking that Felix just probably would have just been like, action. That's what he'd do.
Right. So, I mean, I guess while you're trying to do that, instead of communicating and being like, I'll do it, I just, like, try to get in your way.
What's Tal doing?
So this guy's already got the gun pointed at us?
Nope. He has it at his side. You can see he's holding one, but he hasn't drawn it on you.
In a threatening fashion. Okay. Just going to wait for instructions.
So, X, you click on your camera. Felix, you unbuckle the seatbelt. You grab the lawyer and start pulling him back. And as you do, you see Sophie hop over the lawyer, jump into the driver's seat, and just go. So yeah, so you feel a little tug. You hear the car kind of skid a bit as the wheels kick up. And Sophie is gunning it. Sophie, go ahead and give me a driving roll. And before you do that, this is going to turn into a chase scene.
Yay!
A vehicular chase scene. We're going to do it the real way, the right way this time.
Okay.
So, in the chase scene, there are no turn orders per se. You all are acting at the same time, pretty much is how this works. So you guys are all acting in the same turn, essentially, but you all get to do individual actions. Sound effects. So, Sophie, you're driving. You have no choice. You have to make driving rolls. You can do other things on your turn if you want to. Like, you could be a badass, hang out the window, shoot the gun, but you're going to incur penalties for driving if you do anything like that. So, I will let you go last in case anybody decides that they are going to support you on what you're doing. So, I guess just to make things a little easier, let's do this. X, what are you doing?
He would be in the back seat already, so he would try to turn and look out the back window to see if these people are following us, and if they are following, they have their guns pointed at us.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a notice roll. Felix.
So Felix is going to take the knocked out lawyer and try to get him buckled in what was now Sophie's seat, but also have him angled in a way where if gunshots are fired in the vehicle, it's like not like he's sitting straight up to be struck. He's like kind of bent over, less likely to get hit.
Okay. You don't need to roll for anything like that. That's fine. Tal.
He's gonna. Should I try to get them off of us?
I don't know. I just don't want to get in more trouble than I already am.
X is just like holding up a hand, like wait, as he like trying to make out what's going on behind him.
So as you all rip out of there, Sophie hits a corner and turns, and you see coming around the corner this truck fishtailing around, pulling up, and you can see that the passenger appears to have a gun on the dash, but they're not shooting or anything at you just yet.
X like looks at Tal and Felix like they're chasing. They don't have a gun ready. Sophie, don't drive in a straight line.
What if we were to like drive to the police station? That way, it's like
No. Mm-mm. You say you don't want to be in more trouble. That's driving right to trouble.
Not if we literally don't do anything.
Okay, yeah, I was told that last time.
And you're fine.
I have video proof right now. We have done nothing wrong.
No. We didn't do anything wrong last time. No cops.
All right, Sophie, go ahead and give me a driving roll.
Oh, good girl.
Yeah.
Good roll.
Hell yeah. Felix just like looks at it, like after we take like a wild turn and you just like recover from it. Keep going. He just keeps shaking his head. He's like, huh? What the hell? Where have you been, my life?
All right, so you pull ahead. You start, weaving between traffic, and you see that they're falling behind slightly, but you see that they're still on your ass. At this point, Tiff is losing her shit. And she's like getting hysterical. The lawyer is still out cold.
Tiff, we need you to stay down. Just stay down, stay out of the way. We're gonna try to make this all okay. Just look out, okay? We're just trying to protect all of us in this scenario.
Alright, your guys' car hit a clubs, which means that is when we have challenges on the play. So each of your suits is going to say what kind of challenge that you have. So Tal and Sophie, you guys have a -2 to your rolls.
Yeah.
And failures are critical failures. X,
Heart.
your vehicle, you don't really have shit. Yours isn't bad. Felix, you have to roll with a -2 on whatever you do. So what you guys doing? Anything?
So, Felix is going to look around, see if he recognizes where we are, so he can attempt to give some sort of a direction of like, oh, we'll cut down the side street coming up and we could go here, there. Just try to give directions, if he can.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and you can give me a driving support roll.
So would I just make a driving roll then, with
Yep.
the -2?
Yep.
Nice.
Alright.
Attaboy.
Tal X.
X is going to try to calm things down in the car. He's going to lean over, flip off the radio, go to Tiff, try to calm her down. Like, we need to stay quiet. Sophie's trying to concentrate right now. Get down. I see no weapon. They're not shooting yet. They shouldn't shoot. Stay quiet. Stay down, and we should be fine.
Alright. Go ahead and give me a persuasion roll.
Wow! Wow!
She
All right.
is losing her shit.
Yeah.
So as you're like saying this, like you just see her like expression go from like fear to like rage, and she's like, "No, this is not all right. I'm not gonna calm down. Every time I'm with you guys, I'm in a life or death situation. What the fuck is going on?" And she's screaming. That's gonna incur a driving penalty for you, Sophie. So the +1 that you got from Felix is wiped out.
Damn it.
So,
Nah, Tal's turn still.
okay.
Am I still waiting, Mr. X?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I
waits.
Hero sitting here, and he's like getting down from Tiff. He's like, I don't know what I'm doing.
All right. Then Sophie, I need a driving roll at a -2, please.
Come on, girl.
All right.
It's not a critical.
Sugar.
You can bend it, or you can just keep it. All it means is that you're not progressing forward in the chase. You're not crashing or anything like that. Remember, the chat's not here to give you bennies tonight.
No, my safety net.
I think I'll just keep it.
Okay. Lucky for you, the enemy landed on clubs as well. Unlucky for you, they made it.
Oh, damn it.
So they are. Oh wait, they had diamonds. What did they need for diamonds? It was still -2. Okay, yeah. So they are actually getting closer, and X, you see someone hang out the passenger side window. And you start hearing the bullets ring out from the car behind you.
Oh, they're shooting! Stop them!
And I need Sophie, I'm gonna need you to make. What do we need here? Oh, this music's fun. I like it. It's so loud. I like it.
Yeah.
And I turned off the radio.
Okay, so I need to see what the toughness of a van is, and I have to roll damage in the gun too. 2d8 plus 1. I don't think you gotta worry about that, but just in case.
What type of van is this, Cliff?
Just like a Astro or some shit, like just a van.
We are in a Honda Odyssey.
Toughness of this guy, we're gonna say is 14. Oh, actually, hold on. They have a minivan on here. Toughness is 12. Okay. So there's a toughness of 12. So you hear the shots ping off behind you, Sophie. You're hearing the bullets ricochet off the back of this van. You're hearing Tiff screaming even louder at this point. Next round, Lawyer rolled clubs again. It's starting already. So same thing then. Tal, you're rolling at a -2. Any failure is a crit failure. Sophie -2. Any failure is a crit failure. X nothing. Felix -2, but is not considered a crit failure. And the thugs rolled a fucking club too. Did the cards change this round?
Let's
Let's just do this just to make sure then. Hey, that's a little better for you guys. No one has negatives that they have to roll on this one. Felix, you have the Joker though, so I'll say you get to act first, or whenever you want.
Hunter.
So Felix is gonna look around inside of the vehicle as if there's something that he could possibly throw out the window that would either damage their vehicle, hit the dude that's hanging out the car with a gun, or block the view of the driver.
Okay. It's a rental vehicle, so there's not really much inside of it.
Then we're gonna go with the floor mat.
You're just gonna throw a floor mat out and try to like block their view?
Yeah, hoping it's gonna hit the windshield.
Okay, that's completely fair. Go ahead and give me a athletics roll for throwing the mat out. And with you guys weaving in and out of traffic, I would say for you to do this, you would be doing it with a probably a minus 2 seems fair, but I'll say a -1 penalty. Actually, you got the Joker. I should have said -2, but I already said -1, so it's fine. All right, that'll do it. And it's going to be it's going to have to be a contested roll against the driver's. What would this have to be a contested roll again? I guess their spirit?
I don't know. Whatever it would be to dodge out of the way of something.
Do they have driving skill?
Well, they have a driving skill. I guess it could be agility would be the counter to that. So yeah, we'll see. We'll just do straight agility then. They roll the exact same thing. So you throw it, it lands on the windshield, and they kind of choo for a second, and you see a hand reach out and grab it and just throw it off to the side. And you see the mat just off in the wind.
Yeah.
Anybody else besides Sophie?
They caught up to us, right? So they're like right behind us.
Oh yeah.
Okay, X is going to go into his duffel bag, pull out 2 cans of spray paint, open the back windshield, and try to spray both of them so the paint gets on their window.
Okay. You're gonna try to spray paint them in a moving vehicle?
If they're close to us,
Okay.
if they're far away, I don't see it making a mark. But since they're right behind us,
I mean,
it might be
so
able to.
They're within like 5 feet of you. Or no, they're within. It'd be 5 inches, and 5 feet per inch. So they're within 25 feet of you. So I mean, they could be going in for a ram. They could be getting closer, but I mean, they're close. You know, they're way closer than comfort for you, but not necessarily. You could try it. I'll definitely let you try it. It's just obviously you're doing paint out of a moving vehicle. There's a lot of wind resistance and shit there, so you're gonna have penalties.
Right. Do what?
Do you have any way of like holding the spray nozzle down and then you can just throw the freaking spraying paint can at their car?
Oh, yeah, I got some tape in my bag.
Okay.
Got you. Got all the ideas in there.
Yeah, so I'll let you do that then. Go ahead and give me an athletics roll with a -1 to try to see if you can. Where are you aiming for? Are you aiming for like just getting on the windshield or?
Yeah, just on the windshield.
Sure. Yeah, athletics -1.
Hey, maybe it'll smash through the windshield even better.
Dude!
Oh my god.
Wow! That's 2 in a row.
Oh my god.
It's nice.
I'm helping. No, okay. Yeah, I'm thinking.
I'm sure you don't want to use that other Benny.
Can't use a Benny on the crit.
Yeah, you can't use it.
You're right, sorry.
All right. So, let's see here.
Just spray Sophie in the eyes.
Right? Son of a bitch.
Hey, Sin. Go to the table section and go ahead and roll on the head injury table for me, please.
Oh god. Head injury for our pursuers, right? Huh?
Sorry, the what?
Wow.
I'm not gonna do
My
that.
whole character is.
I'm not gonna do that. That's a little bit too extreme. I didn't think they were going to be that extreme. Okay, so here's what happens. You pull your tape out. You're got the window open. You push the nozzle down. You put the tape on top of it, and you're going to try to basically secure the tape down so it presses the nozzle down so you can throw it. As you do, Sophie cuts the wheel slightly. You pull the tape too hard. It pulls it out of your hand, and it sprays you in the eye. You are blinded.
Sorry.
You hear two loud thumps as he hits the floor, that hits the side of the van. And he's like, oh!
Miss Sophie, I think Mr. X injured himself.
Tal.
It's okay. I'll try and fix this.
That'd be great. Thanks.
He's going to unbuckle his seatbelt. He's going to climb into the back next to an agonized Mr. X.
Like a dog in a moving car.
Bubby.
Oh no. No, sorry, I don't have any magic to help that, buddy.
Cat magic, stupid.
Haven't learned that one yet.
That's the title of this episode. You can't
Can't
magic stupid.
That works perfect for everything.
Just put part 1, part 2, part 3.
Yeah, just upload them all separately.
Yeah. He is going to. So I'm assuming, like, because you said that type of van, it's just got 2 doors that open,
Yeah.
like that. Okay. So he's gonna leave the one closed, the other one, I guess, that X open, and
I assume that he opened a window. He said so, like the side window he opened. He was gonna just toss it out. So the doors aren't open. The window is.
Okay. Then yeah, he will open one of the back doors then. When he sees them like kind of coming behind again.
Okay.
And he's gonna line up a shot and take it at the driver's side.
Okay. Go ahead and roll whatever power you were gonna roll.
Okay.
What power are you doing? Blast?
We're gonna do bolt.
Bolt? Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Okay. So that's a hit with a raise. Go ahead and click the little raise die next to the modifier, and then roll your damage with that.
Okay.
And you have to hit 14.
Oh my god.
Okay. So you bolt, it hits the front of the truck, you see it like shoot up sparks and kind of tear some of the metal out as like this purple residue kind of emanates from it for a moment. And you see him like skirt, 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 and then he dodges behind a car and then he cuts back in and he's right back behind you.
Okay.
That's a good fucking hit though.
Yeah.
So Sophie, all of this shit's going on. Go ahead and make a driving roll, no modifier, please.
Ooh. Sugar, honey, iced tea.
Yeah, basically.
So you can re-roll if you want to. And I'm not updating the bennies on chat, like over on the overlay, and I probably should anyway, since how we're recording this for people to be able to see it. But you all got an extra benny because of the Joker that Felix had.
Right.
So you can use that extra benny if you want to.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. They already got a little closer. So.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
My god.
I can drive. That's good.
Backflip a minivan.
Minivans are
And
Sophie driving a soccer mobile. She's like, I'm in my element.
I mean, didn't we say that was her quirk? Got that mom trait, so good.
everybody sit down. She checks the mirrors before she goes. She backs up slow. All right. So you see Sophie rides right up on this car's ass in front of her, and then at the last second she dips to the side and pulls ahead, and the car that's behind you, that's chasing, gets boxed in between that car and another car, and you see it fall back slightly as you pull ahead of it, and it's kind of trying to navigate the lanes to get ahead of you.
Whew.
All right. No negatives for you guys. What's everybody doing?
Trying to recover.
Gonna take another shot. They seem to be getting further off now, right?
Yeah. They're a little bit behind you now. So with them being like three squares away, that's 15 inches on a battle map. So you got to figure that they're like bobbing and weaving about 75 feet behind you guys. So they're at least 3-4 car lengths behind. So shooting would be something you could do, but there would definitely be penalties.
Okay. Hey, what? This is the lawyer's van, right?
It's a rental that he had, yeah.
Does he have like a lot of shit back here?
No. There's like nothing in there in the van. Like I said, it was a rental. That's why Felix had to throw a foot mat out.
Okay, I'm gonna try and take a shot anyway.
Okay. Shots like this, you're going to be doing it with a negative penalty, and there are innocent bystander rules in play.
Okay. I'm going to... Being how that first hit happened, he's going to kind of adjust this time. I'm going to use a modifier for armor piercing.
Okay.
Yeah, the power has AP2 for each one. So we'll spend... Well, I gotta see if I'm a hit. We'll spend one additional just to see how that fucking pans out.
Okay.
Okay, so I got the -2.
Still a hit.
Alright.
Not with a raise, but a regular hit.
Right. So he makes a different gesture this time. Well, probably no one's watching, but he's going to shoot this in a different way than he normally does. And let's see what it... Wow. Can I have Benny damage rolls?
Yeah,
That's
give any
pathetic.
rolls.
Yeah, let's do that.
In the future, all you got to do is just drag.
Or drag it over.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess it's more. So yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
Okay. So you gesture, you shoot this bolt, and it shoots through slightly differently, like a more like flat as it cuts through, and you see it like ching off right in front of like where the driver's side headlight is, and it like pops the plastic covering off the headlight. You see it hit the street, just break into pieces.
Okay.
Felix.
Alright, so Felix is going to crawl his way into the front seat and buckle up there and be attempting to try to give tips, tricks, and directions to Sophie. So I guess some sort of form of encouragement.
Okay. Are you gonna like are you backseat driving her, or are you just trying to give her praises like, oh, you're doing great?
I'm gonna give her praises. Persuasion to do, like, you're doing great, you can handle it, you got a level head, keep doing what you're doing.
Okay. Yeah. Go
team!
Go ahead and give persuasion roll, sure. Encourage.
He's panicking.
Slowly looks over and gives a sarcastic thumbs up.
Brittany just came in and gave me a dirty look because I said encourage. That's from Divinity Original Sin to Brittany's character. She's a rogue that doesn't rogue, really. And she has this move that's encouraged. So every now and again, she just encourages everybody on the battlefield, and we all get just bonuses for no reason because, TTRPG mechanics. So you're over there singing her praises and everything, but she's so focused that like she's just tuning you out. She's in full mom mode here.
Gotta get to practice and we're late.
Max, what are you doing?
Just trying to recover from his blindness, like getting his shirt and like wiping his face and shit.
Give me a healing roll.
Oh, I'm gonna make it so much worse. Oh, it exploded.
Hey.
Yeah, so you I forgot to tell you to make the roll with a -2 because of you being blinded. You made it anyways. So with you, basically as soon as you felt the sting of the paint hit you in the eyes, this isn't the first time that this has happened to you, with as much as you tag. Not necessarily in this manner, but, you've had, spray painting and a wind drift blows it back into your eyes, so you know the proper way to take care of it. So as soon as you felt the sting hit your eyes, you immediately dropped to the ground and started tending to it to mitigate any of the damages. And you were able to catch it in time that, your eyes are a little teary and just bloodshot as all fuck, but like you managed to quelch the blindness, so you mitigated against the blindness, I'll say, not quelch it. You can't really quelch blindness, that's kind of weird. But yeah, you mitigate against it, so you're good. Sophie, go ahead and give me that drive roll. There you go. Alright, and...
Wow.
So as you're driving and weaving in between and you hear all this crazy commotion going on, Tal, you bust the light off of this car, and as you do, you see him like dip back and then come around the right side of this vehicle, and you see him start pulling up fast where they're only about 25 or so feet away from you now. And they actually get to go before you this round, but they're on clubs, so they get to do it with a -2 penalty. I'll go ahead and Benny that one. Okay, great Benny. All right, X, Felix, Tal.
Felix will backseat drive her this time and be like, left here, left!
Alright, go ahead and give me a drive roll.
Any particular plus minuses or whatever, what have you?
Nope, you guys are good.
Oh.
Nice. Okay. Perfect. So that's going to give you a +2 when you do roll, Sophie. X Tal.
What is the weak point of your vehicles here?
Tires.
Tires. Got it. Gonna aim for the tires.
Okay. So called shots incur penalties based on the size of the object that you're aiming.
Okay.
So with you aiming for tires, I believe it's going to be a -2. But let me see for called shots. Called shots on vehicles. Targeting something long is a -2. So yeah, it'd be between like a -2 and a -3 based on that size. So I'll say -2.
Okay.
And again, bystander rules are in play.
Okay.
And while you roll that, Allie, just so you know too, if you want to do anything else other than drive, you can. I mean, if you have any ideas of things to do, or if you want to do something completely out of left field, stop the car, slam it in reverse, anything like that, you can do it. So don't think like I'm just pigeonholing you into driving. So I just wanted to say that before we got into too much further. If there's anything that you want to do, let me know.
Well, I mean, it's not like I'm running super far away from the group, just like, bye guys! We're all together this time, so
Yeah.
I'm a little more okay with just driving.
Okay.
But thank you.
Let's try a Benny.
Okay.
Whoops, hold on, let me put the -2 back there. Now we Benny.
There you go.
How
That's a
about-
hit with a raise.
Alright, we mark down PowerPoints. Okay. And let's see if we can pop that fucking tire.
Ooh.
I'm thinking you probably do. Heavy metal, thick leather, drywall. Yeah. So what I'm gonna say with this is, with you blowing out the tire, you're basically creating a contested point for the driver.
Okay.
To see if he can recoup from this, or if you're actually going to blow his tire out. So I'm going to give him a chance to roll his agility roll for driving, but he's going to have to beat your 13.
Okay.
He does not.
Oh.
Which tire were you aiming at? Front driver or front passenger?
Depending on how they were swerving, I mean, ideally the driver's side, because he was already aiming for the driver's side in the first place.
Okay. So you, as you're all, cycling things through your mind 1,000 miles per hour, trying to figure out what's going on, you see Tal motion for a moment, and you hear this loud pop sound. And as you hear that pop sound, you see the car behind just kind of skirt, and you see just this plume of dark gray smoke to start beating off of the driver's side tire and just swelling up into the sky.
I hit the tire, Mr. Felix.
That's great. Way to go, Tal.
He's just definitely eyes straight ahead, focusing on the road at this point, though.
All right.
Talon's smiling from ear to ear right now.
X.
X isn't doing anything this round. He's laying on the seat, just hand over his head, trying not to get shot at.
Okay.
Still rubbing his eyes.
Okay. Because of this tire being blown out, they're going to incur a -2 penalty on all their driving rolls, and they rolled club, so they're going to be rolling this driving roll with a -4.
We got this.
I feel that.
Oof.
All right. Sophie, you get to make your driving roll with a +2. Thanks to Felix's awesome directions of turn here.
Yeah. Look at that.
Jeez.
All right.
Wow.
Getaway driver from now on.
Right.
All right. The thugs get to go first. They got a -2 penalty. Jesus Christ. That's a crit fail. They're
Whoa.
wild cards though, so they can't crit fail. Or they're not wild cards, so they can't crit fail. So yeah, they're not doing too hot here. So you start seeing them pulling back. So now that they are 4 or so squares away, they're a 4 times 5 is 20 inches. So they're about 100 or so feet away now. You're pulling ahead as you start dipping through side streets and whatnot to get away from all this. All right. At Felix, Kyle.
I don't remember. Did you say we can assist on like a flee, or what was it called?
Yeah. So you could do. Well, Sophie would be the one that has to do it, I believe, because she's driving. But you can make a flee roll. So for a flee to work,
Otherwise, we're in combat like indefinitely, or this chase.
well, no. I mean, once you get so far away, it's fine. But so if you can make a flee roll, but you have to do it at a -4, and it can't be supported. If there are at least 5 cards between you, you do it at a -2, and if there are 6 or more cards between you, you do it at a no penalty. So right now, you could attempt to do it. You do have a good enough. You have to be at least 4 away. Oh wait, does it say minimum of 4 or no? Yeah, sorry. You have to have at least 4 cards between you. So if you guys pull one more ahead, you can start making flee rolls. But you do it at a -4 penalty, then -2, then 2. And they're not moving forward right now. So as long as you move forward at least 1, you guys will have that opportunity next round to do it.
Okay. X isn't gonna do anything this round. He's just watching behind.
Okay. Felix Tal?
Felix will continue to use his knowledge of the area and the roads to attempt to give directions, more than just, of course, turn left here.
Turn right here!
Yeah, sure. Making suggestions of, like, if we take a bunch of different side streets weaving through, then they can't possibly follow us with how far behind they are. Or something like that.
Okay. Go ahead and give me that driving roll. Oh, hold on, wait. You guys are on club, sorry. So basically, in case you're trying to follow what I'm doing, the lawyer is what we're basing the vehicle off of. So anytime the lawyer gets a club, that means that you're all rolling with the penalties because of this. So hearts, I don't think are any penalty. I need to save this fucking image somewhere, so I'm gonna keep going back to it. Because
Have a little sticky note up on your thing that tells you what's what.
I got too much shit on my desk already. Okay, hearts, no penalty. So Tal, no penalty. Sophie, no penalty. X, -2 penalty. Felix, no penalty, but if you fail, it's a crit fail.
Okay, so no penalty. So I'm just making a drive to attempt to assist then.
Correct. But if you roll less than a 4, it's a crit fail.
Here we go.
Okay. Hey. All right. So Sophie, you can do this with a +2 when it comes to your turn. Tal, are you doing anything?
So starts climbing back into his seat, puts his seatbelt back on. Says, Miss Sophie, if you keep this up, I think we're gonna get away. They're having a really hard time without that tire.
Yeah, that was a good shot. Thank you.
Oh, this is great driving.
All right, Sophie, go ahead and give that driver roll with a +4.
Someone help me! I can't see.
All right. So you are all far enough away that on your next turn you can make a clear roll, assuming they don't close the gap before you get a chance to. So let's see. The thugs got a joker and they go first. So they are going to attempt to make this driving roll because they have the joker. They don't have that penalty. Was this going to automatically give me the penalty? I'm going to roll with a -2 because I think it's going to automatically give me the +2. But just in case it doesn't, you know, I'll leave it with it. It did. So it gave me the +2. I rolled the -2. They still did an 11. So they're going to actually take their full movement to narrow this down.
They got a fucking picture with them to change that tire already.
Nope, they're still driving on the rim. You're seeing the sparks flying off, and now that it's closer, you're hearing the zig, 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 zig of this tire hitting the ground. But yeah, so you're still seeing them pull up there, and yeah. No penalties for anybody else, though. X, Felix, Tal.
I can't do anything really. He's just gonna sit there.
Next car mat.
You're gonna try to throw another car mat out?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the only thing you can think to do at this point.
Okay. Go ahead and do that that athletics roll with a -2. God damn. All right.
Hell yeah.
They're gonna have to try to do it against their agility roll at a -2, but they have the joker, so it should +2 it out. So they are not able to navigate out of the way. So the mat's there, and you see him again kind of squeal out a bit. I'm gonna go ahead and spend a Benny and say that they sideswipe a car, and as they sideswipe this car, you see this car veer off to the side and crash into a building. Cal? Do we lose John?
Looks like it.
No. I see you two moving. I see Sid's camera moving. John's the only one not moving.
He's sleeping.
I was. Yeah.
I see John's thinking really hard about what he's going to do next.
He lost his connection.
The best part is his eyes is closed, so where it's frozen. So I was like, he's Tal fell asleep.
I came back, I was like, oh no, we lost John.
Well, while we're waiting for John to come back, I'm gonna go pour myself some.
They're jumping out of the car. We're
Oh, there you go.
losing
He's back.
Back.
What
Just
the
needed somebody to go away.
Felix, the hippo was too strong, so as soon as Megan stepped away, it all started working.
I'm like, what the fuck? Everything else is still online.
Tell me about it.
And then I like switched. I was gonna switch to my phone, just on cellular, and jump in Discord to let you guys know what was going on. But it won't even connect. I don't know what's going on.
It's great night,
It's the
likewise.
snow.
Yeah, fucking Texas,
Allie, be glad you don't live in Michigan, because the weather's here crazy right now.
right?
Stop dripping into my bedroom now. So,
Giggity?
Tell your husband to get back to work. Allie, come back. Where'd you go?
We broke her. Megan steps away for 2 seconds and we break Allie.
Yep.
What I do? What happened?
So she steps away for 2 seconds, we broke Allie.
I mean, I could like vaguely hear you guys, but not enough to know what was happening.
Nothing, it's fine.
It's totally fine. Nothing happened.
No, but if you're all embarrassed and flustered, it's gotta be good.
Right?
It's okay. I'm gonna end up rewatching anyways. I'll find out.
She's gonna censor this part out so you'll never know.
Jackass.
She's gonna go to say something just like and then she's gonna start laughing and get all red and then the sound's gonna kick back in. Alright, so Tal, Felix throws a floor mat down, sticks to the windshield for a second, trying to get it off. The driver steers into a car, hits it into a building. What's Tal doing?
So yeah, he sees my nice shot, Mr. Felix. I think they're done pursuing us now.
I fucking hope so.
So, where are we going?
How do you act so casual?
Part of my training, kinda.
Training?
It's a long story. Hey, we should really get this lawyer some medical attention. I probably shouldn't do it while we're like swerving so much and driving so fast.
Yeah,
How you doing, Miss Tiff?
Like one of those flailing on 2 hands.
Wacky inflatable arm flailing tube man.
Out the window.
So she's like looking backwards at the car that just wrecked. And she's like, "There's people." Sophie, go ahead and make me a driver roll with a +2 from Himbo Slice's amazing driving. Alright. Good enough for one ahead. Not good enough to flee just yet, though.
Kind of disappointing after those other rolls I've been getting. Oh, okay.
And the thugs go first again. Yeah, but they don't get any Joker help or anything like that. You guys don't have any penalties either.
They're still trying. They're so persistent.
They're still fucking trying.
Car is fucked up. They're like, we're gonna get him.
Put a bullet hole in there somewhere. We got this.
X, Felix, Tal.
More driving tips.
Go ahead and give me a driving roll. Alright, Sophie, go ahead and give me a driving roll. No bonuses.
Hey,
She's
She
good.
needs
She's good.
bonuses.
how though?
It's like, teach me.
So consistently.
The more
How?
she's getting raises on this, the more Felix is just like, this is the love of my life.
She's driving slow motion, hair just flipping in the wind.
She's looking badass, and he's just like, damn. Oh, damn.
Just stretching those neon pants.
Just a little bit, though. Okay, so you guys get to go first. If you want to, you can attempt to make a flee roll. You'd be doing it at a -2 penalty, but you guys landed on clubs this round. So, everybody... well, no. So, Sophie, you are hearts, which means that you have no penalties. So you would just do the regular -2 penalty for trying to flee. Everybody else, you are clubbed, so you're all rolling with -2 penalties, and if you fail, it's a crit fail.
Alright, so a flee roll is what? That's a pace die?
No, flee roll, she just has to do a drive roll, that's it. But she has to do it at a -2 penalty, and if she makes it, she makes it. If she doesn't, she doesn't.
And did you say that the rest of us could make one too? Or I'm sorry, I'm wrong.
Nope, you guys can still do all the shit that you would normally do during the round. Like if you want to throw a third mat out the window, you can do that. But you can't assist her with the fleeing roll.
Alright.
If she doesn't plan on fleeing and she's just going to keep driving, you can assist her on the drive roll. And if you guys get off of the mat, you're going to get ahead anyways because you're already ahead. So that's an option. Or if you want to try to end it now, she would have to flee, but she cannot have any assistance.
Alright, I guess in that case, to Felix is just like head in hands. He's over point, not doing anything.
X?
Nope. Just looking back at these people, see if they're moving or not.
As you're looking back and seeing what's going on, you hear your phone chirp as your cellular signal kicks back on. You don't have enough to upload anything yet, but you're on 1X right now. You at least have enough to send texts and receive calls. Everybody else, your phone's chipped to life too. Tal, you doing anything?
Ooh, check my phone.
Okay. Sophie, are you going to attempt to flee?
Sure.
Give me a
Might as
drive
well.
roll at a -2. You can attempt to Benny that if you want to, or you can just keep that.
I don't know. I'll keep it.
Okay. Alright.
I don't know. Decision.
Sophie, you have the Joker this round.
Yeah.
Should have used a Benny.
This is where you try to flee.
So you guys go before them, so you can attempt to flee right now if you want to.
Yeah, I'll do that. And
You could just go ahead and roll it, it'll automatically give you your +2 bonus.
but don't I need to roll at a -2?
Nope.
No?
The lawyer didn't go with the... Oh, wait, yeah, sorry. You do have to roll at the -2 because you guys are 5 away. I'm sorry, yes, you are correct. But you have the Joker bonus that'll give you the +2, so it's going to square off to 0, but still make sure you do the -2 in the modifier.
Yep.
That's all you needed.
Nice.
We got away.
Good
So
job.
you cut the wheel over down the street, and everybody's looking out towards the back. As you start looking out the back, more and more you start seeing that this car is no longer following behind you. As you start to normalize your speed to the actual speed limits of the road, and try to blend back in with traffic.
We need to go in protective custody or something.
I think we need to take the lawyer to the hospital.
Yeah.
Did he get shot?
No.
I just like looking him over.
You're looking him over?
Yeah, he's not trying to like slap him awake or anything or try to treat him. He's just like moving his head and shit.
I mean, you can give me a notice roll if you're trying to figure out anything, or a healing roll if you're trying to make any sort of medical. Yeah, I mean, you could see that he has, even though it's only been about a minute or so since this all started. You could see that he's got like that reddish purple welt starting up over his right eye. You could tell, he's gonna have a little bit of a shiner.
He's like, awkwardly grabbing his head and like tilting it like, oh, I don't think the hospital can help him. He just needs an ice pack.
Felix is gonna look over his shoulder in the back, into the back seat again, and I guess I'll make a notice roll to assess the situation if I think that perhaps maybe I think differently and that he should go to the hospital.
Sure.
No idea. I
No.
believe it. I believe it.
It's fine.
You look back, you see X manipulating his face and looking around, and you see that he's still breathing, and
He'll be fine. He probably just bopped his head pretty hard.
I could probably check him out, but like I said, I probably shouldn't do it in the van.
Yeah, we should probably ditch the van. They'll be looking for the van.
I mean, yeah, we probably should, but what are we doing with him? Because I feel like we shouldn't just leave him here unconscious.
No,
No, I was intending to carry.
let's go
Oh, okay.
somewhere. And X like buckles himself in and just buries his face into his hands. What the fuck is going on?
I think we're all asking the same thing, dude.
Yeah.
hey, Sin,
Hi.
give me an electronics roll.
Hell yeah!
Damn.
Alright. You look down at your phone just in time to see that the signal was full for the last few seconds. Your video has uploaded, and your phone is at 3% battery life.
He's like, oh no. He's gonna if he needs to do any like confirmations on the video, he's gonna do that real quick, then just lay it on top of his duffel bag and wait for it to die.
Okay. Sophie, where are you taking everybody?
So we were heading. Never mind. We went all over the place. I'm not even going to try to go.
Right, you were just trying to leave the car, like you're...
So, I think I'll head back towards mine and Tiff's place.
Okay.
Just because it's not somewhere we know for sure that they know where to find us.
Okay.
I say we abandon the car a few blocks away so that we're able to, like, you know, not have it like just parked outside of your house where they'll be like, oh, that's the one.
Yeah, let's keep it within distance at least. This poor fucking lawyer.
Yeah.
If they show up at your place, what the fuck are we supposed to do?
I mean, if these are dirty cops chasing us, the cops did have your address. So is it really a good idea to go to your place?
No, but why would they be? Why did they jump out of the van right in the middle of a street?
Well, maybe Sophie should get out her freaking black credit card and just set us up in a hotel or something.
You didn't pull up the...
Why are you talking in third
don't know.
person? Why are you all like this?
Stop talking in third person, you
I
fucking
forgot
weirdo.
about it.
I'm he like throws his wallet on the gun of the van. I'm flat broke right now. I'm wherever you go, I'm going. If you guys want me to go, and he like looks out at his phone and like opens it up and stuff and starts taking it apart. Do they have anything on me? Like I don't know.
So you said that Felix is out on bond. Does
Yeah.
Felix have an ankle tracker?
No.
Good.
That's probably
Okay.
Because I was gonna say, that's probably what's doing it.
You know,
I'm
as a
I'm the leg.
byproduct of the great American legal system, you are innocent until proven guilty. So you are out as a free citizen. You just can't leave the state.
No snacks while driving.
Wrong? Snacks while driving always.
Man, I wish we could get any of my things. Like, my phone is at my apartment, which is an active crime scene. My motorcycle with my keys is at my apartment, which is an active crime scene. Normal people clothes are at my apartment, which is an active crime scene. I've got nothing.
I bought you clothes.
Yes, I do have my pants, and thank you so very much, because they're way more comfortable than those scrubs they were providing you with at the jail.
I
Perfect.
haven't taken a shower in 3 days. I haven't changed clothes in 3 days.
Okay.
Miss Sophie, you know a place where we can fix all these problems at once?
Not sure about the clothes for Mr. Big Man here, but we
I got pants.
so there's either mine and Tiff's place, or we could try to find a reasonably priced like hotel, motel, or something.
Oh,
Give us
Mr. X, I get the impression from the way you're speaking that the police, if they know who you are, have ways of finding you, correct?
Yes, not if you're constantly moving, but if you stay in one place long enough, someone's gonna notice you.
So if we were to go to Miss Sophie and Miss Tiff's residence, they'd probably already be there waiting for us.
I feel like that's probably safe to assume.
Okay, so that should not be an option.
Yep. I'm so sorry, Tiff. He just kind of like turns around and is like looking to talk to her. He's just like,
And she just has this look of absolute despair and just, she's just given up at this point, and she's just sitting there and she's like, whatever we're gonna do.
and Tal, are you okay?
I'm fine, how are you?
I'm good, buddy. He looks over at X and he's like, he'll go a little red
Like,
in the face there.
yeah,
He
it's like-
nothing feet to cross him.
Orange, like across his eyes, and like his whole face, other than that, is like red, but not from paint, just from him stressing out. Like, I could be doing better right now.
I saw what you were going for, and it would have been a good idea.
That's what I thought.
Good
But
job.
see, you doing
You tried good.
anything in a moving vehicle. You live, you learn.
Good on all of us for that impromptu fucking make it work getaway, because they had weapons and shit, and we're just in a car.
X is gonna turn off his recording at this point.
So, we are getting
charge
rid of
this.
the vehicle?
We're gonna
Yeah,
leave it
should
a few blocks
definitely
away.
Abandon the vehicle.
Yeah, we're not gonna go and drive it off a ditch or anything, are we?
No, I don't recommend
Okay.
destroying property. But, like, leaving it in a parking lot, taking its keys, and
Yeah, that works.
How do we get another vehicle?
I have one for myself and maybe one other person, but
that involves
I'm
going back to our homes, doesn't
going
it?
home, yeah.
Yep.
Can we buy another?
X is gonna like pick up his wallet and open it up, and like 2 quarters fall out. He's like,
Unfortunately, that's an incredibly expensive endeavor, and I spent the majority of my money paying. And he just like thumb gestures at Mr. Knocked Out Lawyer Man. Is he okay?
Ooh.
Is he breathing?
He
Yeah,
seems to be.
Yeah, he's
Good.
he like ruffles his hair. He's like he's just tuckered out.
I've only spent money on my phone, which sadly I don't have any messages. Some clothes, and this fantastic restaurant, but I won't get into that right now. But yeah, what's left of my money, I will put in if we need more money for the car. Or if we could ask someone to borrow their car?
We could try to rent another car, but I'm worried about using any of our IDs to do that sort of thing, because that just gives them another thing to track us by.
Right.
I
What
almost
else
feel like we're better on foot.
What else can they track us with?
Anytime we swipe a credit card, that shows our location to the banks, and the federal government should be able to look at that whenever they want. Fuck. I don't have my phone because that's still at my apartment, but cell phones, if you have your locations on, they can track us with those.
Like the card Miss Sophie uses?
Yes.
We should probably not use that anymore then.
No. I mean, we could use it once more at an ATM and then leave.
Yeah. So, I guess that means we go to one area of town, hit an ATM, see what we can get out of there, and that'll tell us where we can go. Maybe, X can get a shower because he said he hasn't showered in a few days, and we can...
Yeah, it would be nice to get this off.
Yeah, so we can stop for a bit, depending on how much cash comes from the ATM. Maybe get a couple of rooms, so a couple of showers separately at the same time.
We don't really know how long we're going to be in this whole run away from bad guys scenario. I don't think we should be spending money on multiple rooms. Bare minimum.
Okay. Yeah.
Did your lawyer didn't tell you when we were gonna be when our court date was?
Oh.
Well, we'd ask him, but...
Yeah. Something tells us he can't be our lawyer anymore because now he's been associated with the whole thing.
Oh, God.
Isn't that fun?
He's
Maybe
not
he'll
allowed to help us
back.
now?
Do you think he'll reimburse the retainer?
We'll have to ask him when he wakes up and sees that, hey, guess what? You're a part of this now, I guess.
Oh, no.
Welcome to the crew! Oh god, I completely forgot his name.
Tal pulls out his business card that he took from his office. What does it say, Cliff? Because I don't remember his name.
I don't remember it either.
I don't.
What is it?
Having watched it, you never gave him a name.
I did.
You did?
I did. I said it once. And that's what it says on that card.
Okay. So we know his name. We'll just have
So,
to...
I will read it off.
Okay.
What's your
He
insert
has
name
a
here?
super white name. I remember that.
Kyle.
Cliff.
Not Kyle. That's not a white name.
Was it like Brett?
It might have been. It wasn't Chad, I know that.
And probably not Mike, because that's my brother-in-law.
Not Mike.
We'll call him John.
No John.
Super white.
All right. So maybe not separate rooms then. We've decided that's spending too much money depending on how long this is going to take. But we should get that done. Get out of this vehicle as soon as we can. Any ideas on specific hotels, motels, guys?
Not Rushkov's place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not that it's a good idea to spend that much money anyways. Let's go to the fucking Holiday Inn. I don't know.
All right. Cliff, are
X
you
is
still
gonna
there?
What's the game plan, guys?
It, like we said, gonna hit an ATM on one side of town, and then go to a hotel on the other side of town.
First we abandoned the car at like a Walmart or something, a few blocks from this hotel, and then we walk there.
Yes,
Okay.
those things.
All right. So
I
you
keep
guys.
putting my voice somewhere between my natural voice and Felix's voice, and and it's like completely accidental, and I'm not really. I'm like, oh, good, this is what we want.
All right. So you guys head to the ATM. I assume Sophie's getting out. And we already established that this is a credit card, not a debit card. So you're doing a cash advance on your credit card?
Max that bitch out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry. Once I get the money, I am 100% going to pay you back for my share.
I'd like to get that in writing, please.
Go ahead and give me a wealth die. With a 6,
I do have a savings die.
yeah, don't worry. I mean, with a 6, you. Okay, so we'll get to that, I guess then. So with a 6, you could pull up to $2,000 cash advance off of this card. If you do it straight, you're gonna lose a wealth die. If you use your savings, then you will not use your wealth die.
Yeah, I think I'd like to use the savings, so I still have the wealth die.
Okay. So go ahead and delete that savings, or just change it to a 0. So yeah, you can pull up to $2,000 out without affecting your wealth at all.
Okay.
Can I use a Benny to say when the officer went inside to get my wallet from my leather jacket that he brought it out? It ended up being booked in with me, so I have it with me right now.
Your wallet?
Yeah.
Sure. You can use
Didn't
that
you
then.
ask him to grab your wallet out of your jacket?
They were doing it to check my ID, to confirm my identity, and that I live.
Oh. Okay.
So, may I use a wealth die to try for Felix to attempt to pull as much money as he can out of there with his debit card?
Sure.
Oh.
Fucking
damn.
Sure. How much money do you plan on pulling out with your debit card?
He's gonna fucking pull as much as he can without.
Entire life
So,
savings.
having been somebody who's worked at a bank, you can't pull more than $10,000 out in a day without government being really questioning. So he's gonna pull like 8, I'm gonna say.
Is he smart enough to know that?
No, but Megan knows that. I know.
Right. So, but he's not
So
smart
meta.
enough to know that. So if he sees
Can I roll
that
a
he has,
smart roll?
if he sees
Does
that he has more than $10,000, would he try taking more than $10,000?
I'm gonna say probably not.
So what I was gonna say before you said that is that your debit card's daily limit is 5,000.
All right, we'll pull 5K.
Okay. And you can do that without losing a wealth die.
All right, so we've got.
All right, so that means we've got $7,000. That should definitely last us a good bit for eating, and I don't know if we want to try to get anything to defend ourselves in case these people come again.
You might want to get some more, I don't know, blendable pants.
Yeah, I really appreciate the pants towel, but they kind of make me stand out. I might need to get some more pants.
That's a good point. I'm sure the
Still
police are
wear 'em as
looking
a kid.
around for heroes right now, and you might stand out.
Okay. We have money.
All
That's
right.
more than I thought we were gonna get.
So, should we? We're gonna go abandon the car now. I say we abandon it in a Walmart lot, very public place, out in the open. I can run in and get some fresh clothes. We can grab food if we need food, and then we take off for this Holiday Inn.
Sounds good.
Sound good? All right.
All right, so you guys drive across town, find yourself a Walmart parking lot, pull up in it, kill the engine. Who all's going in?
We need at least one person to stay in the car to keep track of Mr. Insert name of lawyer here.
Don't worry, I'll overdub it.
And no offense to you, Tiff, but you really look like you're rough, and I don't think you should be alone either.
I'm fine with staying at the car. I don't like going into public areas.
Alright, so I'll go in. Sophie, do you want to come in too to grab things? I mean, we're the ones with money. And again, no offense to Tal. You kind of stand out being Aberranth.
No, I got my glasses.
You can come in if you want, whatever.
Yeah.
Tell, remember, we gotta be quick though.
Okay. I won't chop.
Okay.
I remember being a child at a Walmart.
Yeah, okay. I guess then are the three of us going?
Yep.
Okay. So the three of you are going in. You're going to buy some clothes, some food. Anything else?
Some laundry detergent.
Laundry detergent, okay.
Well, I mean, he hasn't bathed in 3 days. He slept on a park bench. This man's got covered in paint.
Yeah, I wish I'd have known that whole I haven't bathed in 3 days before I allowed him to use his fucking attractive bonus in that role, but you know, it's fine.
I mean, I don't think it would have helped at all.
Maybe a couple of like prepaid phones. So if we have to split up, then we still have a way to contact each other.
And it's not our personal numbers that are like associated with our name.
Mhm.
Perfect. Couple shitty ass clams.
Yeah.
All right. Anything on
Oh,
Tal's
if we
list?
want you to blend in more, you should probably be wearing clothes from around these parts.
I would need help with that.
Yep, got you.
Okay.
And there goes my art.
How many burner phones you buying?
Probably just 2, because we shouldn't separate too much. Maybe 3?
Tell me. You got all the money. You and Mr.
No, I don't.
Backpacks over there.
Yeah. Mr. Moneybags.
I assume we're going to be checking out at the same time, so regardless, we'd have
Right.
enough funds.
Right, I was just... Let's go with 3, then if something happens to one, or we need to split into a smaller groups, then we've got 3.
Okay.
All right.
X said his phone was dying. Anybody know what kind he's got so we can grab him a charger? I mean, it doesn't really matter because we're using these actually. Never mind. I'm getting my hat and sunglasses. I'm blending in more. I don't know.
What should I wear?
We're gonna get you some jeans. and I don't know, buy like a fucking 10-pack of t-shirts.
But wait, doesn't he have like identifying markings on his arms? So maybe like long sleeves.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get this man some flannels.
Yeah.
I need that new art now.
Mhm.
I was gonna let it slide, but seeing John in flannel, that's something I gotta.
Didn't we get that picture in the group chat a while back?
Yep. All I used to wear them back in high school.
That's why I said it.
You know, you can button up the top button too. With the white
The mark
tee
of a
underneath.
true psychopath.
You used to say olale a lot. That's a weird time. Evato. John, why are you talking like that? Fuck you, puta.
Getting spicy.
Sorry, this is like the 10th stitching, so it's fine by now. We can cuss whatever we want to do.
Fine, it's fine. Go full editing.
This is episode fucking 13 or 14 by now. I mean, you know. Alright, so, clothes, food, burner phones, that's it, right? Nothing too spectacular?
Yeah, nothing too spectacular.
Yeah, maybe a-
Are we taking Mr. Lawyer to the hospital, or are we getting some sort of medical kit if they sell them here?
Maybe we should drop him at the hospital. He's not really much involved in this. We can leave him one of the burner phone's numbers if he wants to call us. But I say we could just abandon him there.
I have concerns about leaving the number with
True,
him.
true. You're right.
We have his card. We can,
We can
call,
call
him.
him.
Jinx.
I mean, I thought it was really cute.
And Felix mentioned buying weapons. Is that something you plan on doing or no?
Gotta pick up a good-sized pocket knife, and that's probably about it. No guns, because that requires IDs.
We could grab a baseball bat.
I could get another baseball. But that also kind of sticks out like a sore thumb while we're walking across town after abandoning this vehicle here.
Not if we get a backpack. We're gonna want a way to carry it that's more comfortable anyway.
I mean,
Duffel bag?
I do recommend the backpack, yes. But again, I still think having a baseball bat really makes me stand out. And he just kind of like lifts up his hands. He goes, I can still punch him.
I mean, that's valid. We've got a couple of walking weapons, so.
he just kind of like holds up his hand to like fist bump Tal, and then understands that Tal probably know what a fist bump is.
He extends his fist like you, like, not touching yours though.
Felix just like grabs Tal's hand and then like.
Oh, is that like a handshake?
I don't know. It's like, yeah, look at us. We're cool.
I'm cool.
So cute.
I love this so much.
So you're getting a knife?
Yep, gonna get pocket knife for. I say we
get a pocket knife for, you know, you and Tiff, and I don't know if X has anything to defend himself. I got my hands, he's got his magic.
And just so I'm clear, when you say pocket knife, are you saying like just like a little single blade knife? Are you saying like a fucking Swiss Army knife? Are you saying a fucking butterfly knife? Are you saying a fucking hunting knife? Like,
I'm saying one that still flips closed, but is a good sized one.
just a single
I could
blade
walk
knife.
over there and grab my own, tell you what I was thinking.
No, I get you. Just want to make sure we're on the same page here. And how many of those
Yeah.
you plan on buying?
I'm gonna say 3
Okay.
for Sophie, Tiff, and X. because Felix wouldn't know if X had anything like that on him. We know that Felix and Tal can defend themselves. And it also doesn't look that suspicious that 3 people are buying 3 knives in a bag and snacks. We're going camping.
Perfect. All right. So yeah, you guys get that.
I say we buy marshmallows and like s'more stuff, so it just looks more realistic.
Is that some sort of practice here?
I also kind of want a s'more now.
Some more what?
You'll see.
Yeah. Yep. We're gonna have to. I have to introduce Tal to some more. That sounds great. Some
So
more
you buy
delicious
this
food.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. So yes, you buy your snacks, you buy your clothes, you buy your burner phones, you buy your knives. In the party sheet, which is if you look up in the top right-hand corner, the little 2 people icon, you can see the items are in there. You can divvy them up however you want. If you drag the little eye icon while holding the control key to your picture, you should only drag one of them. So you can do that however you want. X, the whole time they're in the store, what are you doing?
He was trying to calm Tiff down, like reassure her, but he doesn't really feel like he can talk at this point, so he is going to like sitting opening one of the doors of the van and just sitting right there. He's just gonna start playing a soothing song on his guitar.
So you brought your guitar with you to the courthouse and all that?
I mean, he doesn't really have a place to put it at this point.
That's true. Okay. Go ahead and give me a notice roll at a -1, please. I wasn't going to give you a penalty, but you were decided you wanted to play the guitar. So you notice that you're playing your soothing song and all that, and you notice Tiff is looking a little kind of shifty, and you see her on her phone, and she kind of stops and she looks over at you, and she readjusts her body, and her body language changes a little bit. She brings the phone a little bit closer, and she's texting.
He's gonna like put his back against the passenger side and like put his boot up on the van so he can like look at her, and he's just staring at her while he's playing the guitar at this point.
She looks at you awkwardly for a moment, and you see her like hit a button on the phone, and then she like kind of like shifts uncomfortably, and she's like, "Look out there or something, you fucking weirdo."
Roll to seduce.
Who are you messaging?
Excuse me?
I seen you on your phone.
Okay. How is this any of your fucking business?
Because if they start coming after us again and we get shot at, I'm gonna want to ditch the loose end that keeps calling them back.
Seriously? Ever since you came into this picture is when all this shit started happening.
Weren't you one of the ones driving this shit that the police were shooting at?
Weren't you with the police that were shooting at us? Fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Judge much?
This isn't just fucking me. This is all of us.
Yeah, I know it's all of us. So why are you looking at me like I'm suspicious?
Because you're on your phone trying to hide something.
I'm trying to hide shit. I'm bored. We're sitting in a car. What am I supposed to do? Do you want me to sit here while you sing me a song?
He's just gonna turn around and keep playing. He's like, okay.
Alright. And a few minutes later, everybody comes back out to the van.
Alright, so are we actually going to bring Mr. Insert Lawyer's name here to the hospital and just, like, drop him there?
We're gonna go to a hospital?
Well, I mean, either we're gonna carry a limp person across town right now and draw some attention, or we drop him at a hospital. He's got a fucking head injury? I don't know. Where else do you leave an unconscious man that you're not really sure of their health status?
I mean, maybe we should check him out again now that he's had some time to maybe.
Yeah, Cal, why don't you look at him? You do the magic and you said you knew anatomy.
Okay.
And the car's not moving.
All right. Just gonna go up to him and start checking him out see what he can figure out what's wrong with him first.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at him, you could tell like he's got a pretty bad knot on his head. Like the amount of time that you all have been in the store and everything, you can see that it's actually swelled to a knot. And his right eye is black and purple.
I'm gonna use a Benny real quick to say that Felix got an ice pack for him.
Okay.
Alright, so Tal like rubs his hands together for a little bit and they start to glow that black kind of aura with the purple lightning kind of crackling around it. And then he just kind of puts it around the guy's head and closes his eyes for a moment. You just see it's like pulsate a few times, and let's see if his head explodes or not.
Brain damage.
Yeah, we're about to find out. Okay.
Right. It's with a raise. I don't remember what that does, but you can read it. I think it does something special when you get a raise.
The power can use additional times with additional wounds within an hour as long as the healer has enough power points.
Heathcliff just played the Friends with Benny's card.
Man is dedicated.
Right.
Yeah, it just says that like it would remove an additional wound on a raise.
He just played a no cigar card. I just asked him, are you still giving Benny's War offline?
I mean, to be fair, he did ask at 9 o'clock if he can still play cards.
Did he?
No answer? Yeah, in Discord. Can we still play cards?
Sure.
No answer means I'm gonna try.
Look at this. Look at this.
Interactive as fuck.
I'm about to say this is my moment where I'm gonna pause the game, right? And I'm gonna do shameless promo that our stream is so interactive that even when we're having an offline game, we still have chat interaction somehow.
Yes.
I mean,
He's a dedicated man.
I'm about to say go ahead and name any other stream that claims they're interactive that has it where they are people playing interactions while they're offline. That's all.
I'll
That's all
wait.
I'm gonna say.
I love this community. Like,
That's perfect.
Alright, well, let me see who the fuck gets a Benny. So, Felix gets a Benny.
I think it's official that I'm his favorite if we're offline and he's giving me pennies.
Right?
I mean, it was already said, so it's okay.
Ooh, and he gave me a card too.
Oh shit.
No, you don't get nothing.
So I guess I'm favorite too.
Man.
Alright, he gave me a card that's a penalty card, so it's not like it was a good one or anything. Yeah, so, Tal, you rub your hands together, place it over his face. It starts to crackle with that dark purple energy. And everybody, you start to see the swelling on his face go down. And you start to see the black eye clear up. And he kind of like snaps out of it, and he's like sits up really quick. He's like, we're safe.
Yep, got away.
Mm-hmm. You might not want to do too much right away. You know, you're better now, but it's still, you know, the body still needs time to adjust. And how you feeling?
My head hurts a little bit, but
Ice pack.
he takes it. He like puts it over his face. He's like, "What the fuck happened?"
A lot.
You want to watch? He like points to his camera. Probably easier to watch this than to explain.
Yeah, honestly, we'll probably miss some parts if we do anything but just have you watch the video. So, clearly, we are somehow being watched, somehow being followed. So, we were gonna, like, abandon this car and walk to the nearest Holiday Inn and try to stay there, lay low, and figure out what the fuck to do. You're not really too involved with this other than being our lawyer, so, like, you can leave if you want, but if you feel like it's probably safer to stay hidden, you're perfectly welcome to come with us.
I mean, yeah, I think that safety in numbers is going to be better. Rushkoff, he's not one to let loose ends go, so if I'm wrapped up in this, then I'm wrapped up in this all the way.
Great.
Did you see who it was? How did you... You didn't kill anybody, did you?
No,
I don't think so.
I didn't kill anyone this time.
Kind of
Car
unconfirmed.
mat out the window, so they were blinded and they crashed their car. So if they die, that's not on fucking me.
Okay, good.
Van's chasing you, shooting at you. As much we can do.
They were shooting at us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He like gets out and he like looks at the back. He's like, fuck, I'm not gonna get the security deposit back in this van.
I think that's the least of our issues right now.
Yeah, but that's just another issue right now.
I guess, yep.
Well, I got 2 rooms for us, but I'm not sure how safe that is either.
Yeah. We're doing cash-only transactions at this point. We have pulled everything we can out of ATMs right now. The least amount of tracking as possible.
Okay.
I mean, clearly we're at a Walmart. There's a ATM in there if you wanted to pitch in and go get your own cash.
Yeah. I'm gonna make a call to my secretary, let her know to get clear, and then I'm pulling the battery out of this phone.
That's a good idea. You guys should turn off your phones. He kind of turns around and is like making eye contact with everybody who has a cell phone.
But I just got this.
I know, Tal, and I know it's not really too associated with you yet, but the only safe phones are the phones we just bought.
You can hold on to one of the new ones if you want to, if that'd make you feel a little better. I know
Okay.
it's not the same, but
And we're not telling you to
Because-
get rid of it. Just turn it off. Power it down so that it's not sending any signals.
Okay. Turns it off.
Lawyer kind of looks at you guys like, can you give me like 10 minutes or so to run in there?
Absolutely.
And he-
Just no cops because they're involved in this. No cops, dude.
Yeah, I get it. We don't know who to trust. I understand. And he pulled out his phone. He starts making a call. He's like, Yeah. Everybody give me a notice roll.
How?
Tal's still a little bummed out that he had to turn off his phone. Everybody else, oh, Felix.
I was switching screens.
Tal's bummed out that he had to turn off his phone, so he's not really paying attention to what's going on. But the rest of you hear him as he's walking away, and he's like, you hear him on the phone. He's like, you know how we talked about that something like this could happen? Well, I think it might have. So clear out, turn off your phone, lay low, and I know where to reach out to find you once this all blows over. And Sophie, you hear him as he's trailing off a little bit more, and you hear him say, I know, I love you too. Okay. And then you guys see him pry open the phone, pull the battery out, and then he disappears behind some row of cars as he's headed towards Walmart. And then like 10 minutes later, he comes back out. His nice clothes that he was wearing, he is traded off for like denim, a t-shirt with a zip-up hoodie over top of it, a baseball cap, some sunglasses, and he's got a bag full of assorted goodies. He's like, all right.
All right. Well, the van stays here. We head out. Everybody's phone's off.
He makes eye contact with Tiff, the only one who's been silent this entire time.
She's like, yeah, phone's off.
All right.
X pulls out his phone, like separate from the battery, and he tosses the battery inside the van. Like, look, can't turn it back on if I wanted to. I just recommend we all do the same.
Yeah, new batteries can be bought when this is all done.
Mm,
I don't even have my phone, so
follow
Wait a
suit.
second. Can you even take the batteries out of an iPhone?
No.
So, sorry, can't do it. I said last session I had an iPhone.
Good point.
I was waiting for John to be the one to catch that.
Felix would have if he had his, but he doesn't.
So you could take a battery out of an iPhone. It's just getting it to work after you do that's the trick.
True.
With a high enough repair skill, you can do it. Alright, so what are you guys doing? You guys walking over to a motel? So now that you got 6 people.
I think we should separate into groups so it's not just this big group of people. You know, groups of 2, take a phone, and then, I don't know.
all right. How do we want to split this?
What are we splitting up for?
I don't
To
know.
To not
You
be
know,
seen going
suspicious.
in
6
together?
people
Is
in
that
a one bedroom thing is a little suspicious.
right? Not being seen together as a group. Okay.
Right, and I mean, we can even just one of the groups go get the room and the other groups wait and then just find out the room number and we can just... So
All
that
we
way...
need is one person to go in, get a room with 2 twins, and...
I'll take the floor.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Doesn't matter to me.
Most of them have couches in there too, so couch, floor.
Oh yeah, and aren't the couches usually pull out or something?
Yeah, it depends on how nice this place is.
All right.
Well, Miss Sophie, you're good at like convincing people to do things. Maybe you can convince them to give us a bigger room that has more space for us to do stuff.
I could try that.
Okay.
Now that we're 3.5 hours into the night, you guys also have adventure cards too. Don't forget those.
Oh, I know. Mine just hasn't applied.
Okay.
I
I love.
haven't tried to punch anyone yet.
Mine
Mine
would make
is-
things so much worse.
Mine is so good for combat.
Yeah, me too.
Mine-
Mine's like a +2 to damage if I'm wounded, and I'm like, aha.
I know how to apply mine to me, but we can't really do it right now.
Yeah.
Not until you take a shower, we can't.
Right. Yeah.
Gotta re-pretty up the pretty boy.
Yeah.
All right. So is Sophie going in as the face?
Yep.
Okay. You walk in, they're like, yeah.
What's left?
You go inside, and I mean, with it being a Friday right now, is it Friday or is it Saturday at this point?
Saturday.
It's
Yeah.
Saturday. So
Yeah, I'm
even
keeping
more-
track of the days as we go.
So with it being a Saturday and this being Vegas, there are just tons of like tourists there, and you walk into this lobby that is just bustling. And you go up to one of the desks, and you know they're behind the counter. They're like, "So did you guys go to like a nicer one, or do you guys go to like a Holiday Inn Express?"
I don't know.
A or B?
Trying to save money, we wouldn't go to a nicer one.
Yeah.
So you went to an
Probably
Express.
Express.
Okay. Just keep in mind, like when you're trying to negotiate for a room, that you went to a Holiday Inn Express. You're not getting like the king with the ensuite and the mini fridge or anything like that.
We go straight to the Lux. Hi, yes. We would like the.
But, you get in there, you get up to the desk. The concierge is like, "Welcome to the Holiday Inn Dallas. Do you have any reservations?"
I don't.
Ooh. Well, unfortunately, I think that right now we're under a reservation only. But if you want to leave your name, I can try to give you a call if we have any openings anytime soon.
Hmm.
Okay, next. No.
Man, why did I agree to do this? Thinking, why did I agree to do this? Because,
Because you're the face of the group.
yeah, okay. Then
Say
I
as
guess
Megan
I,
unzips a little bit.
What?
she was
I
just
say
trying
as
to
Megan
get him.
unzips a little bit. Like,
This
let's
fucking
see.
thing goes down to my belly button. I don't know what the point of it is, other than
I know exactly what the point of it is.
it was Mardi Gras earlier this week. Happy Mardi Gras.
That's campaign 2.
Right?
Lost Orleans.
Okay. Yeah, I guess Sophie will try to gestures.
That was more of me thinking. This. That's things happening in here, and for some reason, this comes out.
She's physically spinning the wheel.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just.
Felix is so stupid. He has a hand crank for his wheel spinning in his head.
Wow.
I was just trying to think about whether I wanted to try performance or persuasion. I have a D6 in performance, though.
So you just got to think about logically, like what you're doing here. What are you performing? Are you gonna be like, are you gonna full blown Karen it and fucking like go super dramatic, or are you gonna be more of like a helpless, like, oh please help me?
Oh yeah, definitely do the damsel in distress type of.
That's probably more of a persuasion than a performance. Then. You're not performing anything. Well, I mean.
It depends on how much drama you put into it.
Well, that's for you to tell me what you're doing.
Fuck. Yeah, I guess I will just go with persuasion then. Just kind of try to flirt my way into it, or something. I don't know.
Just going all in with that that attractive, huh?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and give me a persuasion roll.
Damn.
That's mildly persuasive.
Oh,
So, like, what do you, like, say? Like, what's your retort? You don't have to say it exactly, but just paraphrase. Like, what are you...
I don't know. Nope, that doesn't work.
You're
I don't know.
overthinking it. You rolled a 20. You're
I
overthinking it. You rolled a raise.
Just say
raise.
something mildly suggestive.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna kind of cross my arms and do the little lift thing. And are you sure there's nothing you can do to help?
This chick is not attracted to you at all, but with that roll, it doesn't matter.
She is now.
Yeah. So
She just goes, damn, maybe I am gay.
I just learned something.
so technically speaking, that's a 17 because you shouldn't be getting the Joker bonus now, and you shouldn't be getting the +1 to attractive. 17 is still a raise. So no matter what you were doing here, you're probably gonna be okay with this. But she kind of looks at you, looks at them, looks at you. Just like, let me see if we have any, cancellations or anything. And she starts kind of tapping around, and she's like, the only room that we could possibly spare is one that would normally be reserved for, like, high rollers at the casino, and I can't just give that one out. If you have the money for it, I mean, you can do that, but...
How much money are we talking?
On a Saturday, it comes out to $526 for a night.
Are we inside where we can hear her talking?
You guys said that she was going in and you weren't.
yeah,
So, I mean,
she
that's
was
up to you
gonna
if
be
you're
the only one
deciding
going
you're
in.
You're gonna wander in if she took too long or something?
No.
Okay.
All right.
She's on her own.
Who
Someone should
else
check up
took
on her,
the
though.
phone? Because I know I took one of the burner phones.
I didn't say I did, but I'm gonna
There's
assume that he
two
did.
still in the inventory.
Yeah, only one
Right.
person has taken a burner phone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll take
okay.
one.
Okay, so I guess I will. I'll probably text Felix and see what their thoughts are, communicate with the group, and then is there any way to... Are there open reservations for tomorrow night for a cheaper room?
We have some on cancellation that we might be able to actually, reserve for you.
Okay. So Sophie's gonna text Felix and say that there's a $500 and something a night room for tonight, but we can probably downgrade for later. It's a big upfront cost, but plenty of space.
Felix is going to text back. Less is more. Might want to try a different hotel.
That's true. Can I spend a penny to say that each group with a phone went to different places to try to find a room for the night?
Sure.
Motherfucker, that was my funny bone.
How come you ain't laughing?
Because it ain't funny.
Okay, so there's my offer for the night. That's the offer that Sophie has. What's everybody else got?
So, are you splitting in groups of 3, you said then?
Well, there's 3 phones, so how about it would be groups of 2? So I'm assuming it would be Tiff and Sophie together. Felix and Lawyer Man, because we all know X and Tal are not separate.
But Tal doesn't want to leave Felix.
Right, I'd rather be with the lawyer.
All right.
I'd
Then it.
Unless-
rather go with someone that makes sense.
All right. I got that.
But if
So,
the
Felix
lawyer
and-
got himself a phone, we don't know. Okay, so then there's 4 phones. That makes it logical with X's personality that he would have tried to go off on his own, except he doesn't have any money.
You gotta tell me what I'm gonna do.
I'm thinking out loud.
Just reach over 2 cells, hand your thought bubble to X.
I was just thinking.
We're
All right,
splitting up
so-
into 2. I'm not gonna break what we're doing. I'm sticking with the lawyer.
Alright, so Felix, Tal, you guys go to a different hotel. Who's doing the talking?
I'll handle it.
You're on mute, John.
Okay.
Okay, so you go in and same story. Megan, high or low?
Hi.
Hi to you too. So you go to one that's a little bit nicer than the one that Sophie went to. And same story. You hear that, we're booked solid right now. It's the weekend, You know all the tourists are here right now.
Yeah, I know. Are you sure there's nothing you can do for us?
Would it?
Roll for
Persuasion.
seduction. Yeah, you can go ahead and try to give me a persuasion roll.
Wouldn't we know of places that are less frequented by the tourists since we all live in Vegas?
Can
Or
you
is
tell
there-
me places that are least frequented in your city?
I just moved here not that long ago.
Well, we do know the bad areas of town, and I feel like the bad areas of town are probably the places where there's not going to be tourists.
True. That's also probably the areas that you're not going to want to walk around with $7,000 in cash.
This is also true. Yep.
So, yeah. So, with a raised persuasion, the clerk, kind of older, blonde, probably in like her late 40s. She kind of gives you a little smile, looking you up and down. She's like, yeah, we might be able to squeeze you in, but it's gonna be in the east wing, which is kind of under construction. It's a little bit noisier than the main area, but if you're okay with a little bit of banging, then
That wouldn't be a problem.
and so she brings you up and she gives you 2 keys. She's like,
How much would this be costing me, hon?
you already exchanged the price and everything like that. I mean, if you want to know, it's like $119.
Okay, yeah, no problem. I send a text out with the address to everybody.
And then she kind of like slides the keys over and she's like, and I get off at 6 p.m. if you want to have drinks or anything.
He smiles and shakes his head and he goes,
I'm sorry, I have plans tonight. And he just like throws his arm around at the moment.
She just kind of looks just slack-jawed at you like, oh, yeah, I figured, yeah, y'all have a nice day.
Thank you. What plans do we have, Mr. Felix?
he just kind of puts his face in his hand and he goes,
I literally just suggested that we were in a romantic relationship to that woman. I don't know. Just so she would leave us alone.
Things move faster in the humans world.
Nope, this would have been far too fast for it to be normal. She doesn't know that we don't know each other that well, and yeah, no. That would not be standard at all.
Okay.
It was more of she wanted to try to get to know me better for whatever her reasons were, and we're not really looking to make friends for
Got it.
So Felix texts come through to X and the lawyer, like as you're arriving to your hotels.
Alright, perfect. Let's go.
Alright, so everybody regroups, heads back over there.
Yep.
Now we see who the real tits of the group is, Sophie. It's Felix.
Big fat man titties. They take one look at these pecs and they go,
Puffy nipples.
I hate you so much.
Little big nut puffy nipple.
You guys are so mean to Felix.
Only behind his back. Alright, yeah, so you guys all get together and hey Sophie. For no reason at all in particular.
Uh-huh.
Can you give me a notice roll with a -2?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm
Fine,
kidding.
dude. You don't have to.
I just didn't want to do the -2.
So that is a fail because you're still getting the Joker bonus even though you shouldn't be. Okay. So that is actually a 2 that you rolled. You can keep it or you can Benny.
I would like to Benny that.
Okay.
And -2.
Okay. So you notice as you're talking to the clerk that Tiff is kind of standing off in the lobby a little bit further, and you kind of catch a glimpse of her on her phone for a second, and then when she sees that you're coming, she like tries to, quickly put it away so you don't notice.
What you doing over here?
I'm just bored. Do we get a room?
Not here.
Okay, well, let's go.
Can I see your phone?
Why?
It's off, right?
Yeah, we all turned it off at the Walmart.
Did you keep it off?
Yeah. Why?
Because it kind of looked like you were on it.
No, I was just checking to make sure it was still off. Make sure I didn't, accidentally like restart it instead of turning it off. So, where are we going?
Hand me your phone and I'll tell you.
You're being weird.
So are you.
How am I being weird? Listen, all this shit that's been going on, I think that I'm handling it quite well.
You know what? Fine. If you say you weren't on it, fine. But I swear, if you were and some shit happens because you were on your freaking phone, you couldn't stay off of it for 5 minutes. I'm gonna lose my shit.
Give me a persuasion roll. She pulls her phone out of her pocket and she puts it in your hand.
Guess I'll click a button to see if it's on.
It's on. It's locked.
Want to tell me what you were doing?
Listen, I'm just trying to keep us safe.
What did you do?
So, you remember back at the apartment complex?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, one of the cops there, Martinez, was really nice, and he said that if anything goes down to let him know. So I let him know that all this shit went down so he could keep us safe. Listen, we're running around with a fucking aberrant. We're running around with a murderer. Some creepy dude with a guitar. There was a fucking dragon. I just want to make sure that we're safe. I've already lost so much, I don't want to lose you too. I don't give a fuck about them.
Well, that aberrant brought you back from practically dead. That murderer, as you call him, saved both of our asses.
Yeah, but he also killed a bunch of people. Like, what if we're next? He saved us because what if he needed us? What if we were essential for getting away? We don't know him. We don't know his motives or what he's capable of. We've seen what he's capable of.
And you know this Martinez?
No, but he's a fucking cop. He can at least offer some sort of protection.
There were cops that other night too. Who's to say he wasn't one of their friends?
I mean, I guess. But I don't know. It's a lot easier for me to trust someone with a badge than to trust, you know, Mr. Muscles McPunchy Face. Listen,
Well,
Martinez said that he can get us in protective custody. We just have to go to the police station and turn ourselves in.
well, I guess you're gonna have to decide what you want to do. I'm not all that eager to jump into trusting a cop when I don't know how many of them have been involved in this situation. How many of them are 5 seconds away from making us disappear, and not in a good way.
I mean, you're like the only friend I have left. I'm gonna stick with you. But just know that I don't trust these people.
I get that. But I think I do. I mean, I know that Tal, he's gonna look out for us. Felix, he's continually putting himself into questionable situations in just the couple of days we've been around him to make sure that we're safe.
Yeah, is it to make sure that we're safe, or is it because he's got this bloodlust or something? Like, who do you know that's that eager to just jump into a fight? Crazy people, that's who.
I think, well, the last time we decided to try to separate from him, it was about to not go good for us. And I'm not super eager to get into a situation like that again. And besides, I mean, this lawyer, I mean, we've got him now, so there's a little bit extra. I mean, not all lawyers are all that trustworthy, but we're paying him, right? So,
Well, like I said, I'm going with you. But I let Martinez know that we were here, so we might want to leave.
yeah, let's do that. And I'm gonna shut off her phone and keep it.
Okay. She doesn't even ask for it back or anything. All right. So yeah. So you guys start walking out. And she's like, "Shit, there he is."
Did he see you? Did he see us?
I don't think so. But it looks like he's got 2 other badges with him.
That doesn't really seem like he's trying to help us out.
I mean, I told you we're traveling with that psychopath. I mean, it's probably just a precaution. But I mean, if you want, let's sneak out one of the side doors or something. Get out of here.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, go ahead and roll me a stealth roll. She's gonna attempt to assist.
God damn it, Tiff.
So, she is not helping any, so you can either accept the 3 or you can do what you just did. Alright. So yeah, so you guys duck down and blend in with the crowd and make your way towards one of the side doors and come around, and as you get towards like the side of the building, you can see that there's a squad car with its lights on pulled up out front, and then there's a town car in front of it that looks like what you've seen is like, you know, unmarked police cars. And yeah, and you guys kind of boogie out and head towards the hotel that Felix is at. So, Tal, Felix, you guys have about 20 or so minutes to kill before everybody gets there. Is there any weird human customs that Tal isn't used to that happen within these 20 minutes at a hotel?
He's just like observing, and he seems to be lost in thought a few times.
Felix is gonna head in the bathroom and put on the new outfit they got. I'm assuming he was probably still, like, I don't know if they changed in the Walmart bathroom or in the parking lot. Actually, I'm gonna use a Benny that I did, so I'm not wearing those bright green pants that make me stick out like a sore thumb.
Your superhero pants?
Yeah, my superhero pants. So,
Jesus Christ, Megan, how the fuck do you still have fucking 3 bennies? 4 bennies? How do you have 4 bennies?
well, Heathcliff and Jokers.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I just want to
I'm
note
gonna
that
stop being nice to y'all.
I'm not hoarding bennies this round. I'm using them.
Y'all gonna get hit with more penalties.
I got 5 pennies.
Alright, so, I don't know. Felix is probably just, like, checking out the couch to see if it's a pull-out couch for, like, where everybody gets to sleep tonight.
So, the reason you guys have so many bennies is because I kept clicking the refresh button to try to get rid of the Benny from Sophie, and every time I did, I think it gave her the Joker, and you guys got more bennies.
Oh, that makes sense.
Because I'm about to say, there's no fucking way you guys should have this many, because my tracker's all off.
I've only used 1 this session, so I should have a good amount.
You should have 4.
I think I
Start
should
with
have.
3, you used 1 and you've gotten 2. So you should have 4, but you have 5, so I fucked up. I'm gonna give you guys your bennies, because that's what it says that you have. But I call all shenanigans on this.
Alright.
I mean, you could take one away from each of us.
I could, but I can't prove it without scrolling up in text, and that's a lot of work. Oh, I just removed 1 from Sophie for some reason. Fuck you, Sophie, you have none.
No bennies for you.
Oh no,
Alright.
it's almost midnight and I have no bennies.
We'll go until 3.
Okay, kids don't have school tomorrow.
I'm-
I'm good.
I'm
Damn it.
down.
Alright, yeah. So, nothing really out of the ordinary. Felix is just, like, trying to get the place ready for everybody when they show up.
Okay.
Putting the food that he had in his backpack in the mini fridge that's there. Just getting the room set up.
So we did go up to the room instead of waiting in the lobby.
Yeah, I'm assuming Felix sent them a text of what the room number was.
Gotcha. This is nice. So, Mr. Felix, how does courting rituals work here?
Oh, Felix like goes red in the face, and well, it's more of like you start off with flirting, you go on dates for a bit, then you decide whether or not you'd like to start seeing each other more exclusively, and then you do that for however long until somebody proposes marriage, and marriage is a lifelong commitment where you dedicate monogamously to stay with that one individual for the rest of your days.
Oh, okay. So it's pretty similar, but monogamy is more of a thing here.
Yeah, I mean, not everybody, it's not for everybody, but that is the general average normal thing.
Okay.
Is it not the normal thing where you're from?
It varies. But,
Sure.
but typically, I don't know. I'm not gonna say I'm an expert because of how I grew up, but I think it's like usually 2 or 3 people involved.
How you grew up?
Mhm.
Were you not just like an average dude?
Not exactly. Okay, so I grew up in, I don't know if there is a human equivalent to it. But I guess if I had to put it into like human terminology, like if monks and your colleges were kind of put together as one.
So
I
like
would-
a boarding school?
Sure, I guess. I was raised in one of those.
Alright, so
So
you're a little naive to the outside world. Got it.
yeah, we didn't really get a chance to go out a lot and just had to study because the type of power that I practice is one of the ones that we're still trying to figure out. So they don't want that to just kind of go out freely and then have things happen in the past that have historically been bad when people have just freely experimented with things they don't understand. It's a long story.
Alright, I get that.
Mhm.
I grew up in the suburbs of a place called Denver, Colorado. Just me, my parents, and my older sister. I went to public school. My best friend Colin, actually, he's on a baseball team here in Vegas. If it weren't for him, I probably wouldn't have graduated from school, and since then I've just been a mechanic. Just an average dude, nothing special about me.
Nothing special. But you run towards danger and help people all the time.
Right, because I'm nothing special. So, like, who cares if I die?
So nothing special by your own account among the heroes that they train at these public schools of yours?
Tal, I'm not a hero. I know you want to see me as one, but I'm not a hero. I am just a dude trying to survive, trying to make enough money for my day-to-day life. I fix cars for a living. And sure, if I see somebody needs help, like, oh, they've got a flat tire on the side of the road, I'm out. I've never been thrown in a situation like we recently where I put my life on the line for strangers, but yeah, I guess I'm that kind of person. I have no training. I'm just me, and, well, I know X brought it up that he was Kurish, but I'm Kurish too, and it just made me stronger. I have more of an ability to hit things, or muscle things, move things, than I ever did. But I'm not a hero. I'm just your standard, average, everyday dude.
So, if you were in a group of other humans and suddenly there was danger, there was guns everywhere, bullets flying, explosions, and all this other stuff, everyone would act in the same way that you did the other day.
Felix smiles, he shakes his head, and he looks at you and he goes, "No, not everyone will act how I did. It isn't the average person to act completely selflessly, which I guess I kind of did.
You
It isn't
kind
the
of.
average person to put themselves in harm way for people they don't even know. That's just what I did on instinct.
Without
I
even
figured-
thinking about it.
Everyone probably has more of a right to be here than I do."
What happened? What made you turn from human to Kurdish? That made you strong. That did not change who you are as a person. You were already a hero.
I really appreciate this, Tal. Nobody's ever really been on my side, like, made me feel like I was a good person.
Well, you need to start hanging out with the right people.
As he says that, there's a knock at the door, and you hear the lawyer's voice.
Felix walks over. There's like a little half smile on his face still after Tal has said all these nice things to him. He opens up the door and lets him in.
And then Sophie and Tiff show up not too long after.
Lovely, lovely. Everybody's here.
Yeah, don't talk to me. I'm gonna take a shower. He goes right into the back.
Wash that swamp ass.
He's like, the lawyer's like, don't lock the door. God damn it, there's only one bathroom.
Unlocks it. You can hear it from the other side.
Alright, well. Yeah. Make yourself comfortable. I guess we gotta to wait this out.
Yep. I don't know if we want to try to find a different place every night.
I mean,
We
as long
can
as we don't use
call
credit
around
cards or
on the-
anything, we should be good. All our phones are off. I didn't really get a chance to sit down and talk with everybody, but I got you your first hearing with the judge a week from Wednesday, so I know current situation, it's kind of forever that we have to wait, but all we got to do is lay low for a week and 4 days. I can get us into protective custody. I know some good people on the force that we can trust. I just don't necessarily trust the channels that I'd have to take to get to him, so I think laying low is a better option for us.
Agreed.
That's great. Me and Mr. Felix were getting to know each other better. What's your story?
He like looks at you like, my story?
Yeah. How did you end up where you are today?
Dumb fucking luck.
That's a very short story.
Come on, Cliff, where's your on-the-fly backstory for this lawyer?
Oh, I have one, don't worry. He's just not really keen to share it with you all right now.
Oh, come on. Don't be grumpy. I fixed your head. It feels a heck of a lot better now, doesn't it?
Yeah, thanks for that.
I don't want gratitude. I want payment and backstory.
Go ahead and roll persuasion.
Not persuasive. Fucking village idiot here.
Can I assist with that?
Yeah, let's let her assist.
How are you chipping in to assist?
Yeah, come on. What else do we have to know? Might as well get to know each other. We're gonna be stuck here for at least a week. Might as well entertain ourselves.
He's like, we have cable and they have internet access in the lobby. But yeah, sure. Talking, that's what we should do. Go ahead and roll persuasion for your support roll, Sophie. Okay, you're not helpful. Tal, go ahead and roll persuasion with no bonus.
Boo.
Hey!
So he kind of like kicks his feet up and he's like, well, I've been kind of picking up these cases on Rushkov the last few years. When I was first starting out, one of my clients had an incident with him, and before the trial went through, all charges were dropped, all his legal fees were paid, and this is nothing I ever heard of before. It was strange. And I tried reaching out to him after all this happened and, you know, making sure everything was good, and I could never reach him. He was just gone. And after doing more digging on this, I found out more incidents of this happening, and some of my peers telling me, you know, to let it go, to stop, but I couldn't. Call it whatever you want, but I felt like I was slighted by this happening to me. So when Mike called me, and he kind of points over at Felix, and I was gonna help him out because I owe Mike. Mike and I go way back, before I moved out here, and let's just say that he saved my ass a few times when I made, you know, let's just say poor choices in life.
You come from a family of heroes. Mm-hmm.
And he kind of stops, he looks at you. Yeah. Well, I was gonna help out with this little situation here before, just because I owe Mike one. But when I seen that Rushkoff was involved with it, I knew that this was gonna be something. This is why I had these contingency plans laid out. This right here, this is gonna be the one that gets me what I need. And I've been preparing for this. That's why I not married, don't have relationships, keep to myself, want to keep collateral damage to a minimum. So yeah, so that's how I got here, because unfortunately I'm on this trail like a bloodhound, and it's become almost an addiction. But I know that Rushkoff is bad people. I know that somehow or another this is all him behind this. And I know that if I were to just walk away right now, that the chances are that the five of you would just disappear one day too.
So Sophie's gonna say, for somebody who, no, hold on. So is "I love you" a code word, a code phrase for you? You don't have relationships, but you said it on the phone before you walked into the store.
Well, when you work long hours and the only person that you see happens to be a beautiful, smart, caring person, sometimes it's hard to separate work life and home life, but our relationship is not publicly known. I don't want anything to happen to her if they come for me. So, you heard right, but my Facebook says I'm single. He kind of chuckles a little bit. He's like, did you guys notice a bar in the lobby here?
There's probably one because the woman behind the counter told me she got off at 6 and asked if I wanted to grab a drink, so
Excellent.
I'm assuming there's a bar here.
Well, that's where I'll be. He kind of chuckles and he gets up. And
Stay
he
safe,
puts his
man.
hat back in. He grabs his burner phone and he kind of taps the bill of his hat with it, puts it in his pocket, and walks out.
Your turn, Miss Sophie.
Isn't it about time to end the stream now?
No, we can go a little bit over because, you know, we had technical difficulties and...
Yeah.
And the stream if there's no stream.
Listen,
Exactly.
all right. I realized what I said as soon as I said it.
I gotta cut out all the dead spots and all the issues we had. So we're probably only like 2 hours in right now, so we got another 2 to go.
Right.
We're fine.
Yeah, come on. Okay.
Also, how you gonna try to fucking gang up with John to put me on the spot, and then when you get put on the spot, you're like, I'm just an innocent little schoolgirl.
Well, first off, I am adorable. And secondly, you do this shit all the time. You can't even pretend that you don't have 900 backstories just like spinning in there. But oh, I'm sorry, is that 875?
182 actually, but
Exactly. Okay.
now
Don't
81 because
underestimate
I had
this
to use
man.
that one.
Don't judge a man based on the number of backstories he has.
Right. It's a full backstory for this man, no name.
He has a name. I just don't remember what it is. I don't want to recreate it because I already said it. So I want to stick to the canon that I said initially. But I haven't. I've been trying to like not write shit down in Excel because I don't want to like stick to an Excel book in like rigid format. But I need to apparently because
At least for names.
yeah. Well, I mean, I have like yeah. I agree. I have a whole fucking basically inner catalog of everything that's going on. That like when things happen, I take notes. When you guys do things, I take notes. When you slight people, I take notes. When you fail checks,
Rush Cub will
I
remember
take
that.
notes. Like so I try to keep up with all that shit. So like I have like this scribble pad with shit on it right now that like just from this session, like the little things that have happened, I've kind of jotted down little shorthand things that I can add to it. But I didn't want to reinvent his name. I didn't want to just say, his name's Barry. Because I already gave him a name, so I want to stick with that. So I would rather just look like a fool that I forgot his name, and we're going to have to just refer to him as the lawyer for this episode, and then rewatch it, and then have it ready for next session, than to say, like, his name is Bill now, and I said that it was fucking, something else before. So now that you've had enough time to dilly-dally with me pontificating, you should have this backstory already for Sophie. And action.
You gotta tell us how you stay so cool during all these crisis moments and how you drive like a mad person on the road. I'm so curious.
Felix flops down the couch and he's just like making eye contact and goes, I really want to know.
I don't know.
Where are you from?
I grew up here. There's not really a whole lot to tell. I'm not a very interesting person.
I feel that.
I disagree.
Who taught you to drive?
I've made no backstory for her.
If you need a lifeline, just let me know.
Is daddy present in your life? Did daddy teach you to drive? Or was it mom?
Or a cool uncle.
Or second daddy.
Could have been a stepdaddy that was better than real daddy.
No, it can't be Rushkoff. Wait for the twist on that.
Or
Now you're
daddy,
getting close to real life.
or daddy in the other sense.
No. Uh,
On the fly, it doesn't have to make sense. Just gotta think about it.
I know. I'll just.
But it is canon.
Yeah.
Or you're lying.
That could be too.
My older sister taught me how to drive.
All right.
And she likes to be a little bit more adventurous and crazy. Get into some questionable situations.
All right. So you always had to look out for her, and that's why you're so level-headed when she did stupid shit. Got it.
Yeah, that about covers it. I don't know.
So did getting her out of trouble require that you had to drive very quickly from people who are after her?
Not usually. I mean, I guess there was a couple of times. She's got really bad taste in men.
Ah. Say no more. No, but do say more. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I
mean, y'all came to my work. You know where I work.
Yeah, I work at one of the casinos. Nothing super fancy.
Not for Rushkov, right?
I don't think so. I would know. I'm gonna say no. I don't.
Well, what do you do at the casino?
I am a cocktail waitress. I bring people drinks.
I'm sure you get great tips.
More so lately. Last year or so.
Got it.
Tal's like,
So we're all courage. Okay.
Yeah, there were some changes.
Felix tries to stifle his laugh, but it's definitely not blocked really at all. You don't say. Crazy how it all affected us different.
So, were you awake when this happened, or did you just wake up and it was changed?
No, I woke up and my shirt fit a little different. Couldn't button my pants.
Felix is trying so hard. He's like pulling up his shirt like, oh my gosh.
No, it's a lot funnier now than it was. It's okay if you laugh. I'm not gonna get upset.
I'm just imagining you just like waking up like, oh, what a lovely morning. What?
Well, it does seem to have impacted you in very good ways, I must say.
Yeah, Sophie's gonna turn a little red and just kind of not really.
Hey, it worked to our advantage the other night, you know?
Yeah.
Is X still in the shower?
Yeah.
He's missing all of the heart-to-heart conversation. Damn.
That's intentional. He probably turned off the shower, heard the talk, and then he's like, oh, but I gotta blow dry my hair.
That or he's just sitting there listening without actually getting out. So he doesn't want to tell his story, but he wants to know.
Got the shower run and he's just sitting against the door.
Tal's gonna get up and go up and knock on the bathroom door.
Yeah.
Mr. X, I need to get in there.
It's open.
Okay, walks in. And he's gonna go up to the toilet and just start peeing.
I thought you were about to say he's gonna get in the shower.
Well,
What the fuck you doing? I told you I needed to get in there. What are you? You told me to come in.
Oh, is that what humans look like without clothes?
So,
What's that?
There's only one? No. He did say there were multiple people involved.
Oh my gosh.
X still in the shower? What is he doing?
How thin are the shower curtains here? Because I remember going to a motel and these things are practically like almost see-through thin.
they're thin enough that you can kind of make out a figure in there, but you don't make any details out. They got like a gaudy pattern on it,
Okay.
like palm trees and like a beach.
Then you would see X sitting against the back of the wall of the shower, just his face cupped into his hands.
You all right in there?
Yeah, I'm almost done.
Okay, because we have something very important to ask you when you come out.
Yeah.
He's gonna, finish up, wash his hands, and then leave. And we'll politely leave.
2 minutes later, X comes out with just a towel around because he doesn't have any fucking extra clothes. And his hair is all pulled back into a ponytail, and he just goes over to the corner of the room and sits down.
Ah, go ahead.
I was I'm gonna say that while Tal was in the bathroom and having that conversation with Felix probably reiterated his story to Tiff and Sophie.
Okay, Mr. X. We're all sharing a little bit about ourselves so we can know each other a little better. So we're not so much strangers anymore. And it's your turn.
Okay, if I go, I want to hear all of you guys tell yours.
That's fine.
I'll say it a third time. That's fine.
Sounds fair.
And I guess by the reaction of X, Felix is gonna get the feeling that X wants us to go first, and he'll just go off, tell his story again.
Yeah, I guess Sophie will do the same. She'll follow Felix.
Tal like, well, whatever you want to know. I'm not good with talking about myself, so like if people ask me questions, I can handle those a lot better. But like just talk about myself,
Okay.
makes me feel icky.
And he like points towards the light. Back where you're from, do you have stuff like that?
Lamps?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And he pulls out, or points to one of the burner phones. That?
Not so. We have communication devices for long range, but it's hard to describe without you actually being there.
He points towards the TV in the room. That?
I see where you're going with this, I think. There are some Aberrith back home that magic didn't come to them so easily, so they had to use their minds to create technology. historically they were kind of shunned for a long time, so that caused a division for very embarrassing parts of our history. But we've come a long way from that, and some of their technology has been adopted into everyday life, and it's weird.
Do you all use magic over electricity and inventions for everyday use?
Electricity we've found to be one of the 3 more stable sources of energy that we've been able to manipulate, being that we have more access to different types of magic where I'm from. We're able to...
Not just the purple stuff you do?
The purple stuff that I do, I really can't talk about much, especially here. Your people refer to it as dark matter energy. By what I understand, your scientists here have not really gotten as far in discovering its true nature as we have, only because we have people like me who can generate it and can study it up close, as where your scientists unfortunately cannot here. So in the interest of not interfering too much with humanity, I can't really tell you or describe or really speak on much of our advances and what we've been able to figure out about how it works.
You all can give me either a common knowledge at a -6, a academics at a -4, or a science at a -2, if you want to try to understand anything that he is saying about dark matter.
Yeah, X is...
Felix is just nodding. I'm not even Felix is just like, okay, that's nice.
like, dark matter, okay. Anything else after this, I'm probably not gonna...
You know what? Just for giggles. Just for giggles. Let's do this with the -6. It's more like common knowledge die.
Yeah, I'm not...
you guys have definitely heard the words dark and heard the words matter before. Those are things you definitely have heard.
But together. No.
So generally, you guys would know basic shit as far as that there is such thing as dark matter, associated with black holes and shit like that. But other than that, you don't really, you know about as much as Tal alluded that you would know.
X is gonna start naming off a bunch of mythical creatures from movies and stuff to Tal.
Name them off and I'll answer.
Unicorn.
Yes.
Goblins.
Yes.
Dwarfs.
Not in the sense that your mythology.
So dwarves here are same as the dwarves there.
Yes.
Okay. What is it? Gods.
Oh yeah, do you guys have religion? Or do
Okay.
you worship the magic?
So yes and no. Because our people have always had access to magic, they really didn't look to the stars to kind of make sense of why things work the way they do, and they more so just followed the most powerful at the time.
All right.
And then whatever that person or those people, depending on what portion of history we're talking about, kind of determine the religion, and people chose to follow them or not follow or go against it, and some people were okay with that, some were not. Very similar to things here, except for some of those resulted in war. I don't know if that happened here or not.
Yes.
Oh.
To this day, that happens.
And to interject, so one thing with their culture is they worship the essence. They worship the essence as creator and destroyer of everything. Their equivalent to God is they know that this magic that courses through them is what created life and gave them life, and they know that this magic that courses through them is what is going to take their life too.
You know what I've always wondered? He looks around the room to see if there's a map.
Sure, there's a map in like the little tourist map in one of the like nightstands.
Is there like a picture of like the entire globe on it?
No, it'd be like just Vegas local.
Darn.
I mean, you could spend.
I don't know if you've ever
you
seen
got
like a
fucking
map.
4.
What?
So you got 4
Sure, yeah, I'll
bennies.
use a Benny that there's like a small globe on the counter as like a decoration.
Sure.
Like a light up one.
Yeah. So do you have like? I've always wondered if it's just like our world, but like different dimension or whatever, like they have in TV shows. Are your land masses like identical to ours? This is like what our planet would look like from afar.
You're asking if we have a planet or if it...
No, I'm asking if it looks the same as ours.
I would say no, Cliff.
It looks similar.
Yeah, there's a lot of similarities and atmospherically very similar. When we got here, we had no problems breathing, so it's to assume that if we did swap places with the humans here, that they should be fine as well.
That's the other thing. Would your people treat these people that got blipped out well? Or would they be harmed? Or imprisoned? Are they okay? Would they be okay?
In the same sense that I got the answer of depends on where you end up, I think it kind of applies to my world too.
Alright.
Also, please note that he did just explain that they worship the most powerful, and when, you know, John Smith arrives with no powers, that puts him pretty low on the food chain.
But I did say they are getting better with the ones that aren't as powerful.
I was just looking to see if they're going into slavery or something.
There's only a few places that practice that anymore, and we try not to associate with them.
Alright.
I think that's all the questions I have for now. Well, good
What
night.
about our question to X? Who the fuck are you?
I'm X, Xavier. What do you want to know? There's nothing to me, really.
Where you from?
California.
Right.
How'd you end up here?
Driving.
Why?
Work.
And what do you do?
He like just points over to his guitar leaning against the wall.
Oh, you play?
Yeah, I don't carry it around for decoration.
Oh, very funny. I originally came out here back in the day with a couple of buddies trying to start a band. Obviously, it didn't go anywhere, but I play the bass.
Hey, Mr. X is pretty good with that thing.
What did the essence give you?
And he like looks to his hands. Better control.
Okay.
Better control of what?
That's just these. That's all I can really explain.
Of your hands?
Just nods.
Alright.
Made you more dexterous?
I always knew how to play the guitar, but now it's just better, and I can read people better.
Okay. Do you have any ambitions or goals?
Gestures towards the guitar again. That's kind of it.
Who was the girl trying to break into your house?
No one was trying to break in.
Okay, the other day there was a girl who claimed that she lost her keys outside of your house. Who's she?
Oh, right, yeah, the bitch that Mr. Felix was talking about.
You see X give like Tao a little bit of a stink eye as soon as he says that. Like, yeah, she did lose her key.
Alright, I assumed that she was trying to break in because of the way she was kind of snooping, looking in through the windows. She didn't knock on the door at all. And I had never seen her before, and you know, we live next to each other.
Mhm.
So, was she your girlfriend or something?
Just a friend.
Alright, alright.
She doesn't live with me, but she can make her way in, and I'm not going to turn her friend away.
Felix looks around the room. Is there a microwave in here?
Yes.
Alright, well, this isn't going anywhere. I'm gonna make a s'more.
Some more what? I'm so confused.
As you're pondering that, there's a knock at the door. And you hear the lawyer's voice like, guys, let me in.
Let him in.
He walks past you without saying anything. He walks over to the TV, he flips it on, and he goes, this is playing on every TV downstairs. And that's where we're gonna end it after the night.
Hey, it's us.
Pretty much. Wanted, dead or alive. We're doing great, guys.
This was a good session.
That was a
Despite
good
all of the
session.
fucking fuck. It was a good
Yeah.
session.
There was some good bonding.
It was. I was gonna end it like on time, but when it started getting to the whole getting to know everybody, it was like, I don't want to cut this in half.
This is too wholesome. I can't hurt this.
It was good. Good RP. This is good RP all the time. I feel like I only spoke like 10 times tonight, that's cool for me.
Managed to get out like one sentence of X's backstory, so I'm happy.
Fucking
Yeah, your backstory is, yeah, I'm X. I live in Cali.
no. He said Xavier.
Lived in
It's a big
Cali,
step for him.
Yeah. Like, I'm Xavier. I do stuff. Guitar,
Play the guitar.
whatever.
Dexterity, I guess.
Right.
I drove.
Oh, dude, when you said that and when she was like, why? I was waiting for you to say, because it's faster than walking.
Oh man.
So, okay,
That-
this
I'm not-
fucking guy.
I'm not trying to be a complete dick, but I'm trying to like keep my limits with these strangers.
I'm trying to be a complete dick, just a half.
Just like a sprinkle on some dick. Yeah.
Yeah,
A
chub.
dusting of dick.
Right.
You know,
I'm some dick sprinkles.
Exactly.
Exactly.
we're always going to be strangers if you don't let us get to know you.
Exactly.
I
gotta get to know me.
The important thing for Tal is you explained yourself about the fucking cops because he was like, I don't know about this fucking guy.
X was still trying to figure it all out too until you were like explained that you're tracking it back to him. He's like, oh, that's probably what happened. He's not smart.
Yeah, Tal just learned that too. It's like, oh, okay.
So I'll probably just, I don't know if I'm gonna upload this to YouTube or upload it to Twitch as a premiere. Maybe I'll do that. So if you guys are like free tomorrow night, anytime, I might do it as a premiere. And when you do it as a premiere, basically it plays live, right?
Right, and we watch along with him.
Yeah. So I'll probably just sit along and chat and then bullshit, and we can if any of you guys want to do that. We could probably just do like a Discord call even and just bullshit.
I'm good with it.
Pick up on things. You don't have to if you don't want to, or if you already have prior obligations. But I'll probably do it that way.
I'll just be with Jeff anyway, so I'll sit and chat and reply to people probably.
Yeah, well, he can
But-
maybe, figure out
What?
what he missed.
Yeah,
Jeff can
yeah.
pick up on what he missed.
Miss bringing you snacks.
Right, motherfucker.
Yep. Snacks.
And
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
cut this all
spoiled. This
together.
boy just randomly buys me Milky Ways and makes my life.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I'll stitch everything together and then I'll probably cut all this shit off at the end. But yeah, so thanks for hanging out late. And hopefully next week the internet works, so we can.
Here's hoping.
Somehow
was-
we still had interactions, so I mean, I call that a win. I call it a win.
10 out of 10. Way to go, Heathcliff. We love you.
Yeah.
But yeah,
He
all right.
wins the Stream Loots giveaway for this week.
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, yeah, I'm gonna give him one. I'll give him one right now.
Just say it in the chat. Be like, Heathcliff gets the giveaway because Heathcliff gave us card.
He wasn't even in chat. I think he's just playing it straight from Streamloots. Like I think he was just in Streamloots, like redeem.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's probably what he had to have done.
I mean,
Because,
you
like-
could have been in chat and do it too, because like he could have seen me. Like my commands still flow in chat, even when I'm offline, as long as I'm not hosting somebody. Like when I uploaded the emotes and shit, Sin was popping into the fucking chat and testing the emotes out, and I was like doing shit actively, and I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? I'm like seeing the chat roll, and I'm seeing his name on there, so I start bullshitting back at him. So yeah, it could be one or the other. But I just sent him one.
Awesome.
But yeah, cool. Also, how'd you guys like Siren Sing?
Oh
Yes.
Yeah, I like that.
This beat I really like. I'm gonna have to add this to the sound.
It just sounds like if you take a rubber band and go. Boing.
I like it.
Yeah.
This whole fucking
So I've
sound
had
set
to
was
pee
all
for the
for a
past
chase.
like 2 hours. I'm gonna go do that.
All right. I'm gonna call it right here though. Good night, everybody.
All right. Good night, guys.
Night.